Good morning and good afternoon, Truth Talks family. What's good today? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hello, hello. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you're from. Let us know where you are from. Hit us, rep your city in the chat for me. All right, I see Philadelphia in the house. We're just getting started, waiting for everybody to come on in. Hi, Aodar. Thank you for the jewels. And it looks like court is about to start, so we're going to take you right into the courtroom. We see Keffe D coming in. All right, let's listen up here.
Everyone, you can all be seated. We're on record in State versus Davis.
They don't usually turn the audio up until
welcome back, everybody. Anything we need to address outside
the judge starts. So here we go.
I do have some concern with regards to the state's current presentation of evidence in this case.
Okay.
There was some discussion, I believe, that was on recording. That was something that I did not believe should have been included. Some prior bad act that was in the first, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 minutes of the recording that we listened to on Friday. I did not make an objection to that particular point because I was trying to figure out whether it came in under some motion practice prior, and I don't believe it does.
And specifically, what bad act is that?
Is that Mr. Davis is talking specifically about criminal history, and he mentioned something along the lines that he was involved in the shooting, and that and it was also because of drugs. We've always known about drugs that is criminal history, but with regards to his reference to a shooting, I think it's highly prejudicial in this case. And I don't know where it's at in there. I was trying to figure out with my people over the weekend where it was exactly, but we don't have this exact recording.
Okay. So in my motion regarding the bad acts and regarding essentially all of the evidence that was going to be admitted in this case, there was a caveat that there would be certain things that would be excluded, that could be redacted out, Was this something you were familiar with in your previous listenings, or it just kind of took you by surprise when you heard it this time?
Well, we don't have the proposed redacted version of this.
There is no redaction done to this whatsoever. There was a request made to redact it, but our motion specifically addressed that his first criminal conviction was a misdemeanor for shooting into the occupied structure.
Can I finish with Mr. Samft real quick,
Sure.
and then I'll turn to you, Mr. Giacomo. Mr. Samft, go. You may finish.
Oh no, I was listening to Mr. Giacomo. So I mean, to me,
Okay.
I mean, to me, the bigger issue is that we have this recording now. I mean, obviously, if there's things in there that is potentially going to be a problem, there would be, at least in the state, some effort to reach out to me and say, hey, here are the things that we think that still falls under the purview of what the court order was in this case, and maybe there's some things in here you want to discuss. I would think that would have been a discussion prior to the publication of it. I just presumed that what we were hearing up with this particular witness on Friday was the stuff that we had already heard. The problem is, like I said, there's a reference to a shooting in here, there's a reference to another, I can't remember what the other act is that's in there. But
It sounds like we're going to be hearing some more audio today.
the fact that there was some motion practice done on this, and I agree with the court. The other part of the problem is that, we've had reference to the Biggie Smalls murder. The state in their own motion practice had indicated that they weren't going to, that the Biggie Smalls murder had nothing to do with the Tupac investigation. And to me,
I think with Mr. Duane Davis had no involvement in the Biggie Smalls, and we've admonished the jury that there is no indication that he has anything to do with that at this point. But ultimately, the nexus of this investigation was such that they were investigated together, for better or for worse.
Right. And I mean, we could sit here and talk words all day with that jury waiting outside, but I think what we're proposing the court to do, what I would propose the court to do, is just have some type of limiting instruction to the jury, in indicating to them you may be hearing other things that are not the focus of this particular investigation of Tupac's murder, something along those lines. Just a limiting instruction.
Sure. Mr. Giacomo, do you have an objection to the limiting instruction?
No, I actually think before every witness, maybe you just read that Tavares instruction to them
Okay.
each time.
So just to remedy what we're talking about now, I'll have Mr. Samp propose a limiting instruction, and then I'll, from here on out, given the party's dual request, I'll read the Tavares instruction, unless it's a witness that has nothing to do with, if it were, for example, the gentleman who'd taken the photo, he wouldn't have anything to do with the bad acts that we wouldn't have to read. But if it were anybody else, probably law enforcement at this point, I can read it.
Yes, Judge, and just so that there's complete candor in the court, we did a motion on his prior shooting. It sounds like to me it's not real clear. We didn't do a motion on his 2015 conviction. I didn't realize until it was rolling and you hear it's actually being spoken that he does reference some police contact in 2015. And I do realize he was convicted of that. I didn't know or recognize that was in there. If the court wants to, since we're past that portion where he talks about it, we can have somebody redact the audio so that the one that goes back to the jury removes the reference to the 2015 conviction. Because he talks about the last time I was in the feds or the last time I was in prison, and then he mentions 2015.
Okay.
And that has to do with an event that's completely unrelated to our investigation. I just didn't realize, I didn't tie those two together, so I heard the audio being played with the transcript.
Okay. So we'll have that redacted when it does go back in case they spend more time with it. Mr. Samp, what is the proposed instruction that you would like at this time for me to read to the jury when they walk in?
You're asking me to put words together?
Yeah. That's your job. That's
know,
what you're good at.
It is my job. Here's my famous people.
Okay.
Your Honor,
I'll let Colleen make a proposal.
Yes.
Your Honor, I would think it'd be something along.
I'm going to let him propose it.
Yeah. Let me propose it.
All right, then we can.
These attorneys are a mess.
What it actually is.
Okay, let him propose it, and then you can object. But I think it's cleaner for the record if he proposes it.
I don't know that it matters for Tavares, but okay.
Huh?
I don't think it matters for the purposes of Tavares, but okay.
This isn't a Tavares instruction. The Tavares instruction's already been determined because this isn't something that's being let in for the purposes that I'd let in bad acts. This is something that they're asking just to disregard.
And that's only the 2015.
Yeah.
The
Correct.
shooting should still come in because the court ruled upon that.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
So what is the shooting is there for credibility of the statements of defendant, motive, and identity?
Yes, in his book, he starts off with, my first criminal conviction is shooting into an occupied house, and describes the event. That comes in. What shouldn't come in, and if he wants a limiting instruction on, is the 2015. I don't know if they would want a limiting instruction, since we're going to redact the audio before the jury gets it. We'll also redact the transcript before the jury gets it. So I don't know if he wants to draw attention because they may not have caught.
I'm going to let them talk, and then I'll let you guys weigh in.
I do have one other further matter, Your Honor.
Okay.
We're done with this stipulation. The other issue is this: with regards to Mr. Dorsey's testimony, we have a record from Detective Mock, who interviews Mr. Dorsey prior to his testimony. His testimony, though, on the stand really made things a little bit more easier to understand in terms of how his relation is with this case. In essence, what happens is that BET is asked by the district attorney's office to produce documents. Maybe it was through Mock. Maybe Mock is the one who does it. But in either event, BET says, okay, here's what we're going to produce. And they produce the actual finished product as their production.
Right.
They don't introduce B-rolls. They don't do anything other than that. And they basically said, that's all we've got. I think Mr. Diaz or Rios or whatever his name was prior to this had said something along the same lines that, hey, this is just how they do. The problem with what we're doing now is this.
Hey, truth tellers, welcome to the chat. You're watching Tupac Shakur Murder Trial, Day 6.
Whoever that person is. And he's supposed to be there to really sort of make sure that Mr. Davis is not lying or saying something that's off from what he understands in 2008.
It seems the attorneys are arguing something that's going to be coming up in the trial that is audio based, and they're trying to redact certain things in the audio that they do not want the jury to hear. And apparently it's things that allege or refer to Biggie Smalls' murder. Of course, we are here for Tupac Shakur's murder trial. It is Day 6. It is Nevada versus Duane Keffe D. Davis. And if you've missed it, you have missed some explosive testimony from people like Reggie Wright Jr., who was head of security for Death Row, gave a very intriguing testimony. Ingrid Stokes was a female eyewitness at the scene of the crime at the moment that the shots ran out. She was talking to Tupac or hollering at him through the car. We've heard a lot about a gentleman named Zip Martin. Zip Martin was Puffy's mentor and godfather. He's also the godfather to Biggie Smalls' first child, Christopher Wallace. Zip Martin is kind of that dude in New York, right? He was the guy that took all the little hip hoppers under their wing and bridged that gap between music and the streets. Apparently and allegedly, Keffe D is saying that Puffy ordered Zip Martin to murder Tupac, and Zip Martin then hired Keffe D to do the job. Never paid him, but he hired him to do it, and that's according to Keffe D. So today we're looking at these huge allegations from Keffe D against Diddy, and the question is becoming, do you think Diddy's going to catch a new case? Hit us in the chat. I'd love to hear what you have to say. We're just getting going, and the two attorneys are arguing over how they want to construct language for the jury as it relates to this next audio file. So let's tune in and see what they have to say.
Nefarious, illegal, whatever you want to call it, way is not exclusion against the state because the state's not the actor doing that. So that was sort of my comment when it was brought up that way. I think the attorney-client privilege argument is definitely more interesting and is new. Or any final word on that before I turn to Mr. DiGiacomo?
Well, I mean, because here's the issue that we have right now. What we have is an individual who basically takes his iPhone out, plugs it down on a speaker next to where he's at. He's hiding in a room to avoid detection by Mr. Davis, and he's recording the entire time. You hear other people communicating or having some type of discussion on top of his recording, which means that it's done openly in front of this mic or whatever he's at. He doesn't see a screen or monitor. He doesn't know what is being recorded or not. He just records the whole thing. The concern that I have with it is right now, as we're watching and listening to what's being played by the state, we don't see where exactly it is that they're going to bring in the parts that are not in the transcripts that we have from the recording. That's the official BET offering versus the stuff that they have that would have the additional thing on top of it, the surreptitious recording by Mr. Dorsey.
Steve.
Two things. Mr. Dorsey had a transcript of his recordings that has been provided to the defense.
Okay.
And there's a transcript of the official BET recordings, which, if you notice while listening to it, even the BET transcripts does not pick up background conversations or transcribe background conversations between other people when Mr. Diaz is asking questions.
Okay.
Mr. Dorsey will testify, because I specifically had asked him about the attorney-client thing. He will testify at no point in time when Mr. Davis is talking to Mr. Higgins, is there not a third party present from E1 Entertainment? So there is no privileged communication that occurs between Mr. Davis and his attorney. Even at one point, you're going to hear Mr. Davis say, hey, hold on, this is a hot mic.
Let's bring him in and do a short evidentiary hearing then on that issue of attorney-client privilege.
Yeah, Philip Greasy, I agree. This has been a long time. It's been 30 years.
We'll have him resworn, and then we'll just proceed on this limited issue outside the presence, and then ultimately I'll make a determination.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I hope they,
I understand.
somebody needs to go to jail forever for this.
Rather have it flushed out. Dorsey, no jury. Yeah.
And here we go. Right now, for those that are listening and not watching, they're actually bringing the jury in. So here we go. Day 6, Tupac Shakur murder trial. Be sure to like and subscribe while you're here and smash that like button for us, okay?
Okay, Mr. Dorsey, we're going to have you sworn real quick.
Raise your hand. You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated.
Oh, I think this is Michael Dorsey, the producer who did the BET
May I
documentary.
have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Yes, it's Michael Dorsey.
It is. Yeah.
MICHAELDORSEY.
All right, thanks for coming back, Mr. Dorsey. Hope you had a good weekend. We just needed to do a quick outside the presence sort of hearing so I can determine the legality of some things that are coming in, okay? Or not, potentially not coming in. So I'll let Mr. DiGiacomo ask some questions about the issue you brought up.
Mr. Dorsey, I know there's times on this recording where you capture conversations that involve the defendant and Duane Higgins.
Yes.
During those conversations, were they ever alone in a room having a conversation? Was there always a third party present?
I believe they were always in the studio, and there are, I think most of the time you actually hear Mario talking with them. It's like a three-way conversation. So I understand like how privilege works to some extent, and it sounded to me like always he was still in the studio, didn't go outside into a hallway, and again, you can hear Duane Higgins talking with him.
And not just Mario Diaz. Isn't there a number of people
Yes.
to do this production that have to be in that room?
Correct. There would have been another producer. There's the sound recordist. There's at least one videographer. There's probably at least a lighting person in there. There's at least a good half dozen people in that room with them.
And at one point, does Mr. Davis make some comment about, hey, careful, this is a hot mic?
He does, yes. He's kind of assuming this is a hot mic.
So at no point where you're capturing a recording there's not other people within, and describe the size of the studio.
Sure, it's a very small studio. It's probably a quarter the size of this courtroom.
So it's a very small room with 4 or 5 people in it
Pretty
where he's
cramped.
having this conversation.
That's correct, yes.
Nothing further.
Mr. Dorsey, where are you when these conversations are taking place?
I was in an office down the hall.
Okay, and so you had eyes on the studio the entire
I
time?
did not have eyes on the studio, no.
Okay. You could hear
Yes.
people speaking as to everything that was being said in there?
Yes.
And how were you recording again? Remind me.
I had a pair of headphones, and I had my phone, and I just hit record.
Okay,
Put the
and
headphones
so
on the
it's
phone.
essentially the studio audio that you're using.
Exactly, the live audio coming right from the studio, yes.
So it's a room. Do you know if the studio has signs that they're recording at all times? Like signage that says something like, this is a recording studio, you are
Sure.
subject
Yeah,
to
most
report, it
places-
seems like that.
Yes,
I've
recording
seen-
studios typically have the signs up like that. Plus, of course, he would have signed a release, so he knows he's being recorded.
Okay, got it. Anything further? Sorry, I sort of hijacked that a little bit, Mr. DeGiacomo.
Not from the state.
Mr. Sam, you may cross.
Okay, Mr. Dorsey, you've never met Mr. Davis before.
We've never met. We've seen each other before.
Okay, so on the day of the recording, you made it a point to not run into Mr. Davis, fair?
Correct.
You were actually in this other room,
That's correct.
and you're there just with headphones on.
Yes.
So.
And I saw him walk by. I know
Right.
he's disagreeing with me right now. I watched him go by,
Sure, and that's fine.
and he looked at me.
Okay, are you done with the answer?
Yeah, I sure am.
Okay, now, in terms of your work, I want to make sure I'm clear. Are you working as an employee of BET?
No.
Okay, what are you at that point?
I am a contract employee, work for hire, as a technical consultant for specifically this production. I'm not hired by BET. I'm hired by the production company.
By the production company,
Yes, sir.
and that's Entertainment One?
Entertainment One and Creature Films, like a subsidiary of Entertainment One.
All right, and then in terms of your work with Entertainment One, that was bound with a confidential agreement, right?
Yes,
Do you have proof right now that you're no longer bound to that agreement?
I do. I have a letter from an attorney at Paramount Pictures, which owns BET, approving me sharing my information. And then I also have an email from Mark Ford, the head of Creature Films, also saying he had no objection.
Okay, so in your work with Entertainment One, what you basically do is you have your phone or whatever recording device down
Yes.
next to the monitor in which you're listening to a conversation.
Correct.
You cannot tell us who's where in your recording, correct?
Correct.
You just hear noises, right?
That's right.
Now, in terms of the actual recording itself, as the individuals sitting there, are they sitting with mics on their lapels as they're sitting there being interviewed by that person?
What you mean, the person conducting the interview, is he wearing a mic?
Is he wearing a mic, and is the person that is interviewing wearing a mic?
I don't know if the Mario Diaz, for example, is conducting the interview. I don't know if he was wearing a lapel mic, but there would be two mics in the room minimum. There would be a lapel mic on Keffe, and then there would be a shotgun mic over him that is kind of capturing everything else in the room.
Right, and so in terms of what you're recording, you don't know, for instance, if the cameras are on and off because you're actually just listening to sound.
That's correct.
And in terms of the interview, you understand that Wayne Higgins was in the room as well as
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes, he was there for the entire first interview, and then he was like 10 minutes late to the second interview.
All right. Now, before we were listening to this, are there any moments at all where Mr. Davis is talking loudly during what you would think would be a private conversation?
Loudly. He's just using a normal indoor voice is what I would say.
Okay, and then when you say that there was this statement that this is a hot mic,
Yes,
fair to say that that was a reminder to whoever he's talking to that, hey, this should be kept private.
correct.
All right.
Yeah.
So there were times where there was an understanding, or at least an idea that what they were going to have a conversation about.
There was one time, that was the only time.
Now, after you had recorded what you did in this
Yes.
case, which is the entire thing,
Correct.
you never had his permission to record all of it, right?
I didn't need his permission
Why?
because he's there to be recorded. He's got mics on him. He has lights and a camera pointed at him. He's in a production studio. I'm officially hired on as a crew member. I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
No.
And-
Let's back up here to make
Okay.
sure I'm clear.
Sure.
You're a crew member, but you don't own the rights to the production itself, right?
Correct.
And you don't own the rights in terms of what the camera angles are or anything along those lines.
That's correct. I could
Now-
not put this on YouTube and profit from it.
Okay, well, back up here again. I want to make sure I'm clear. Did you take that audio recording that you made and give it to either Entertainment One or any of the subsidiaries in this case?
No.
Okay, so you basically took something that you didn't have permission to take.
That's not true.
Okay, well, back up here. Tell me who you got permission from.
I didn't need permission. Do you understand? There's no permission needed for that. I'm there to do it. I made the recording because he showed up for the first interview, not ready for his interview to be conducted. So I knew it was going to be broken up into 2 days. So I said, I'm going to make a recording of this so that I can make sure we ask the correct follow-up questions when we come back. That's the only reason I made this recording.
But you're not the contract person. You don't have a contract.
I apologize, we're way afield of the issue that the court needs to rule upon, and this sounds like cross-examination for a jury.
Well, I'll get back into it, Jerry. I'm just saying as of right now, Judge, we have a problem with this. Thank you. And just to make sure I'm clear, You take that recording and that's the recording that you're now publishing here for the script, right?
Publishing, no. Playing for the jury, yes. Publishing, it suggests publicly. I'm not putting this out to the public.
That was a legal terminology,
Okay.
but you're playing that for the jury now.
Yes, sir.
I have no further questions.
Anything further, State? All right. In general, the attorney-client privilege under 49.095 is broken when you speak in front of a third party who's unrelated to the legal team. Here, it appears as though Mario Dorsey and others were potentially present for the conversations. Additionally, the setting of the interview itself does not lend itself to a belief that the conversations would be privileged and or private. It's a recording studio. The purpose is there to be recorded. A release is signed so that the person can be recorded. The entire room is microphoned up. Additionally, there are microphones on the people participating in the interview. In general, this isn't a situation that would lend itself to private conversations. I think based on the testimony, they are not privileged conversations. Circling back to the issue regarding the instruction to the jury, Mr. Sanft, is there anything, did you want me to reread the Tavares instruction, which I can add something related to the unrelated shooting to? That proposal for that would be this. You have heard testimony regarding drug trafficking, conspiracy, a federal conviction, gang affiliation, and an unrelated shooting.
That's not an unrelated shooting. In 2015, he lets the cops come in his house and they find a gun and I think some drugs, and that's what he goes to prison on in 2015. The shooting he's talking about is his teenage shooting that's written about in his book. So Mr. Shams was conflating the two.
Okay.
The 2015,
So how about just instead of federal conviction, prior criminal convictions?
a conviction in 2015? Because that's the only one that wasn't
My
part of the
point in
motion.
saying that it was unrelated is saying that it's unrelated to this incident.
Correct, unrelated 2015 incident.
So what's your proposal, Mr. Sanft? I saw you had a piece of paper.
Yes, Your Honor. Myself and the defense team worked on a Tavares instruction that says you are instructed that any testimony and or evidence introduced about any unrelated shootings and or murders is not admitted and should not be considered for propensity purposes, but instead for the purposes of motive, intent, or to establish the credibility of defendant statements.
It's not only not to be considered for propensity, it's not to be considered for any outside thing other than those narrow exceptions that we've delineated.
Okay, that's the propensity purposes was the.
So if you're okay with that defense, you want to add or any other purpose somewhere, okay.
Yeah, we can add it on here.
Okay, let them add that and then bring it up to me and I'll use that as my master. And we'll ultimately end up giving this instruction to the jury in their packet.
Thank you.
So that's your suggestion, and that is granted, Mr. Sanft. As soon as Ms. Pandu finishes looking at it.
So to catch you up, we're watching Tupac Shakur murder trial, day 6. They're doing a little bit of housekeeping right now where they had to augment and edit certain jury instructions. They also called back Michael Dorsey. He was the BET documentary producer because apparently there's what I call outtakes that he turned over. He filmed Keffe D. And apparently there's some outtakes that he turned over to E1 and BET, which were the production company and network. And I think the defense is trying to challenge those little outtakes, but it sounds as though it was overruled. And live on your screen is the man himself, Keffe D. He mean mugs everybody for the entire trial. Depending on who the witness is, he'll stare them down. It looks like an intimidation tactic to me. It can't be boding well with the jury. But while you're here, like and subscribe. You're watching Truth Talks Live. We're bringing you the Tupac Shakur murder trial daily live. It is live right now, and it's out of Las Vegas. Hit us in the chat, rep your city with a hashtag, your city name, and let me know if you think Keffe D is guilty or not guilty at this point. Hashtag your city, Keffe D guilty or not guilty. Let's go.
Except for the purposes of motive, intent, and establish the credibility of defendant's statement.
Few shout outs while we're waiting for trial to start. I want to thank Aodar for the jewels that they sent to us. Listen, guys, we are independent media. We bring you various different trials.
Some Pauline's handwriting.
We bring you various different trials and pop culture stories. It is costly for us to be here, so we would love if you could help us with super chats, or if you could help us with stickers and jewels. They all help. But the least you could do is like this video, hit that like button now, subscribe, and stay tuned. You're watching Truth Talks Live, Tupac Shakur murder trial. I'm your host, Jody G.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to read. Tell me if there's an objection. You are instructed that any testimony and or evidence introduced about any unrelated shootings and or murders is not admitted and should not be considered by you for propensity or any other purpose. It is admitted only for the purposes of motive, intent, or to establish the credibility of defendant's statements. Any objection?
No.
Perfect. All right, I can read it. So as soon as we bring the jury in, I'll apologize for being a little bit late. My fault. And then I will read them the limiting instruction and we'll get going.
Should we leave Mr. Dorsey on the stand?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. So as soon as that jury's ready to go, we'll go.
And apparently we're bringing the jury in and we're off to the races again.
Stand for the jury.
Did the party stipulate to the presence of the jury?
Yes, sure.
You may be seated. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good weekend. I apologize for the delay. We had a legal issue that I did need to decide before we brought you in, so I do appreciate your patience in that matter. There's a limiting instruction that I need to read to you, and then we're going to resume with Mr. Dorsey's testimony. You are instructed that any testimony and or evidence introduced about any unrelated shootings and or murders is not admitted and should not be considered by you for propensity or any other purposes. It is admitted only for the purpose of motive, intent, or to establish the credibility of defendant's statements. All right, Mr. DiGiacomo, Mr. Dorsey has already been sworn, and so you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Dorsey, in that first portion, the first 35-17, and we're about to get back to it. Let me ask you this. After 2019, did you become aware that Mr. Davis published a book?
Yes,
Did you read the book?
I did.
Were there historical facts he provided you in 2017 that were included within that book?
Yes, there were a biographical facts from his childhood. They were in both.
Do you recall what those various biographical
I do.
background, if you could tell the ladies and gentlemen?
Sure. One of the stories was how his first time hanging out with the Crips when he was 9 years old. He was shooting dice, and his dad drove by and saw him and ended up, punishing him for that. He talked about playing Pop Warner football with Suge Knight, and not just that, but also he talked about going to Suge's house after they would win for parties in their backyard, like pool parties. He talked about a baseball coach at the Compton College who was dealing drugs. I think Keffe was like in middle schooler, and he started running as kind of a courier for that guy. It was his first introduction to the drug game. He talked about being in the Upward Bound program at UCLA, and there may have been one other detail in there, but all details that I've only ever heard in that interview and read in his book. So I conclude that the author could have only gotten those from him.
All right, Judge, I'm going to do a little bit to fast forward this to 35-17, I think we were at.
And we put on record. We put on record when you paused it. Did you write that down?
It was 35-17 was where we paused
Okay.
it. And so I'm trying to get there. This program doesn't make it real easy to just jump that far.
Sounds good.
Take.
Nope, went a little too far.
Man, you don't think? Man, what's really this was growing up, he committed a club and I rolled up weed, maybe.
sorry, Judge, the transcript won't come up if I don't start it.
Start it over?
I'm not starting it over. I just have to roll from here to wherever we're going. So I'm just going to have to guess and hopefully we're close.
No, we had ran into him at the House of Blues.
Sorry. One more time here. We may just have to listen to a little bit more than we.
Just that night, seemed like dude stuck his head up my ass on me. You know what I'm saying? He's a special agent in charge of the major crime. It was just that night that dude made my life a little bit. You know, I did a 5.5. And came up here at least 10 times.
I'm going to stop this. Before his interview in 2017, had you ever heard of Special Agent Pollock?
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing much about the federal investigations into him. That was new information to me.
Told the warden, we got up here. He's a serial killer. Like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So them rappers.
Like, how did it, like, evolve? Like, you guys were cool, and then you hung out a lot together.
When these people come to California, usually we meet up and have fun. I was a baller. In fact, I was doing better than him back then. You know? Shit.
Did he ever talk about Shook? Did he ever talk about getting scared?
You fucked up. Is that?
I said, did he ever talk about Shook? Did he ever talk about being scared and, like, you know, all the bullshit, go back and forth, the East Coast, West Coast shit?
You didn't talk about that till later on in our relationship.
That's right.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, when did we get to that spot, that place where you guys were talking about that?
I remember my boy Zip was rolling up, he was going to the club one night, rolling up Green Lake from the neighborhood. His phone rang. He was like, I guess they must have fucking played it. Something, I don't know. He's like, man, let me speak to Keith.
You're listening to the transcript of a TV producer, Diaz, interviewing the Keffe D for a BET special.
Why it wouldn't be cool? Like the big CEO guy. CEO guy. Like, yeah, the big guy. I knew what he was talking about. Like cold and shit. So I guess I was kind of scared of the guy. So we went to the Irvine Meadows. It was some jam.
It's a little difficult to hear, but it's basically Keffe D talking about Suge and a gentleman named Zip.
Suge was right there. I came off the stage. He asked me, how you go there? Same way I know you. Then after that, we went to the San Diego concert. Matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys stayed in the same hotel we stayed in.
Good, he's down all
the same details. He
did 10 years ago.
Aikman and all the balls would go all around that mother for the Dallas Cowboys. Ready for Troy Aikman. Saying, I don't know if we can get you in trouble or not, but the balls were all around the, you know. Then we went to the Anaheim. That was on the Halloween night.
Perfect. Halloween.
Halloween night. Was cool there too.
And he just give you passes for everyone, like everyone would go concerts.
I just go to the tickets with the little homies. I was riding in the van. I was on the stage with him every time.
You get to hang out with Biggie, obviously. Right?
Yeah, Big was cool. Cool dude and everything like that.
So when did Puffy start talking about, you know, Suge on a real serious level?
He was back there. We already established that.
Yeah.
Now, what'd you say?
I said, when did he start talking about Suge, like on a real serious level? Puffy.
Oh, being scared of shit?
Well, or doing something more than that.
I'm really comfortable talking about that right now. When you see me in that suit, you got me. Right?
Okay.
I'll be able to talk that out.
So let's take a break. You can go smoke. Can you be back here in 10 minutes? I want to get more before the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And you got to give me to my wife. Because she did take me back. You know, I might have not been here.
What do you mean? Do you want me to?
I said I might have not been here.
Oh, of course, yeah. But she's not down. She's not down there.
I'll tell you one thing, Keffe D did a lot of talking, whether he was mic'd or not.
Yeah, of course. After lunch, we'll do a little more, and then you're done. Okay?
All right. I'm going to smoke.
Is that cool?
You have to see the look on his face. For those that are listening, there's a picture of Keffe D with a frowned up face.
Mr. Dorsey, is that an example where maybe the tape was running before you now restart the record?
Correct, yeah.
That is 3532.
Get rid of this problem.
Can you tell me what he told you? His exact words. Do you remember?
We're going to do that on the next one. I have that pretty soon on. All right?
All right. Hold on. So, say it in your own words then, not his words. What did he ask you to do? To say it in your own words then, not his words. What did he want?
I guess they want to get rid of them dudes, his problems. To get rid of his problems. Yeah.
And who were his problems?
CEO, the big guy. Yeah.
And when did? Because you said hit him up was a big deal for him, right? Like that was
that was
too.
Man, that was totally disrespect. You don't think so?
Yeah, I told you. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he even said something about us. To me, he didn't say our name, but he said whoever down with him, fuck them too. I'm like, yeah.
Keffe be talking.
You guys were cool with that, with helping him.
No, we had ran into him at the House of Blues. This is Pop. Ran into him at the House of Blues. Him and the guy Big Sight, the Outlaw. And he had just made that record. Long Beach and Rose fan. So one of the homies went up here and put him in a little team right here. Saying, man, you know what the fuck that mean? Long Beach and Rose fan. He's like, no, I'm just rapping. And Sight's like, yeah, he's just rapping, man. He don't know nothing about that. Stamp of blood, motherfucker. Stop, brother. So he was kind of scared that night. You know what I'm saying? And we go out in the parking lot and whoop about 5 motherfuckers' asses. You know what I'm saying? And got into it with some dudes out there in the parking lot. And he's doing that shit. He's like, yo, them dudes ain't no joke.
Sorry about that, guys. So how much did Puffy offer you? How much did Puff offer you? Wayne's gonna give the green light, right?
I'll have a good answer for you when I have one that suit on. I'm gonna take it through for you. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? The rate.
But he offered you. Can you just say he offered us some money or something like that? Can you say that it was Money, please.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
it was money. Yeah, oh, just money. Yeah. Yeah, he was kind of scared of it. He was really scared of the dudes. You know what I'm saying? Puff wasn't no game. I mean, he was out of college and all that, performing arts school and all that shit. He knew what that street life. But the really beef should have had was it should have been with Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang them the one was doing the damn foot after the pool at the shorts concert. It was calling you out. You two was picking some fucking kids, junior mafia. These are kids. You a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? The beef should have been with the Wu-Tang. He wanted to take it out on the bad boys, some kids, you know, start up. That pushes his way around.
Well, that's because Tupac was having that shit.
Lit, Biggie, yeah, he was
So
lit.
Suge hooked up with Tupac and said, all right, we're going against this.
This before he got out of jail, though. Remember the Source Awards? He's like, every once in a while, like, you ain't got no love for two, you ain't got no love for the West Coast. Remember saying that? Yeah. All that shit really, I feel it was a jealousy thing. He should have just been happy. Suge should have been happy. You making money, and this dude's making money. Be proud of each other. You know?
Now, why would you be telling a TV producer and director all this information that
So why'd
he
you want
doesn't
that?
have to tell them?
I didn't want to get involved in that shit.
Mm.
They brought it to us. Bring something to the gangsters. Told you that earlier. It's a cap pill.
Yeah, I hear you. Is it true that Biggie and those guys from Bad Boy used to hang out?
No, they never really come. A whole lot.
Mm.
Never.
Really, it's they had some bad cops around shit.
I read something about them hanging out in your girl's house in California. It's true.
They never
No pictures of that?
never hung out there. Honestly. So,
So let's cut to let's talk about Orlando. We have 10 minutes before we cut out for lunch. So I want to know like who your nephew is. Like you know, not a lot of stuff to know about. You know, who is he? How old is he? What kind of family? Tell me a little bit about him.
yeah,
Who are we talking about?
he's well respected, intelligent.
Who Orlando?
Orlando, my nephew Orlando, well respected, good student in school. Everybody loved him. You know what I'm saying? He's just like a guy. Everybody loved him. And he liked the Tupac too. You know, I do that.
So what got him involved in you know gang life?
Okay.
Yeah, was he involved in gang life at all?
He wasn't no gang.
That's cool.
Told you the difference between gangster and gang.
You want to talk to me about what happened at Lakewood Mall? Trevor Lane? Thing about the chain?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I know. But you can tell me a story because there's only so many
Okay.
people who know it.
The guy, one of my little homies, want to play college football. He was on scholarship. He was at the we wanted to help him get some stuff, like tennis shoes and sweats and clothes and stuff so he can go send him to college. So he was there waiting on me. And then the homies come up there. And Trayvon, the three Death Row guys were there. I guess they was mad dog talking shit to him and shit like that. Shit. But some homies came to the door, he seen them. Nice. First thing he did was sock the dude and snatched his chain. I would never snatched that guy's chain. Never. Marcus snatched his chain. Chains weren't worth fucking for $300. Petty ass bullshit ass chain. Just smashed a little it was no like this. That fucking chain talking about this pound in the punk ass chain. Yeah.
Just bounty on him.
Yeah, that little punk ass chain on me, come on.
So he didn't do it.
Orlando did not snatch that man chain.
So why is it that Tupac then saw him and said, "That's the guy who snatched my chain."
All this stuff was building up. It just went from the mall. One day we was on Sunset. Shook pulled up in this Rolls Royce. Yeah. Snoop Dogg was in the black one. Tupac was in the white one. I think we was at the Roxy. I was where we went there. They pulled up in their Rolls Royces. Just brought 30, 40 clips out there. And listen, he got that DVD. Oh shit. Jumped out his car and talking to me. Sure, you like, is it cracking up here? Like, no, dog. He said, oh, well, Paradise is cracking. It's a club at the Hyatt in Santa Monica. Going down there. Shit, when we hit that street there on Santa Monica, some dudes just started shooting. Shot up Sugar's Rolls Royce to the red dot while it was laying in the street. I guess he figured that we was behind that too. You know what I'm saying? We was with you. Pulled over to you. You know? It's all kind of little different angles on that shit. We just went from there.
So talk to me about, because I'm really interested in knowing about that a little more. Like, how does the gang stuff feature into the story? Like, how was it building? Is I guess what my question is. Like, the mall thing that what you just told me about Suge. What else? What else was like building up?
We seen them brawls at Luna's Park. Luna Park. The club on Santa Monica and Rockland. And them brawls just talking shit. And we just kind of push them around. We didn't beat their ass, man. Let them know. Don't get it fucked up. And this town always been our town. The Crips. They know they out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I just left the state prison. And I was a MAC rep up there. There's 51 Crips. 4 Bloods. You know what I'm saying? So they know they outnumbered and they can't win out here. Crips are more dominant than they are. And they know that.
What made it kind of tense? Because before Death Row, there was always tension, right?
Between Crips and Bloods?
Yeah.
Yeah, our neighborhood's always been into it. Because we're on the same side of town. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ludas Park, Mob, and Hams. They go against the boys on the line. You know what I'm saying? But we always been dominant over there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why I don't understand Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, and what's the other dude name? What's the tall
Here he go name dropping.
the other week? What's that tall dude name? Came to Fruit Town.
Lamar?
No. What's his name? You know that Love and Hollywood show.
Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy and all. Get in trouble out here. Go to that state prison. Rips is gonna rape y'all. Justin Bieber, Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tripping on me.
Yo, but I'm just trying to understand what happened back then. Back then, was it that they got cocky? Is that what happened? Because they were with Suge?
Hmm?
Is it that they got cocky? Is that what happened? Because they were with Suge?
I guess money get you cocky.
Mm.
Money get you cocky.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They even beat up a rolling 60s and killed the guy at the club. Said DJ Quick and they jumped on the dude and all that shit. That's what I figured that shooting was about on Santa Monica that day when his hat was in the street I was just telling you about. Damn, I guess they gonna get his ass.
So this is more gang related. It's not just East Coast, West Coast.
One thing about PPD, don't tell him any of your business because he's going to straight up tell it to any and anyone that will listen. Right now, you're listening to the audio of a BET documentary that PPD did. He's talking to the producers and directors off camera, and he's still mic'd. He has a hot mic.
Yeah.
ticking noise you hear is the person that's recording the audio. They're typing on their phone at the same time. So you're hearing keyboard clicks. That's not us. That's the actual audio. And just to recap, this is Keffe D on a hot mic behind the scenes of his BET documentary, just running his mouth.
Street man, just the studio man, business one. The FBI thing we hid him because he stopped being the boss. That's why he jumped on it so fast. They, I can't really put him out there like that because he's still out. I'm saying, he's like, my family's go back since the 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't no Harry O.
Yeah, no. But I mean, yeah, Suge might be in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah, you're right. No, I think the police are gonna start coming.
Good.
All of them gonna get around. All the crooked cops and shit, we was really up against it, homie. One of the city of Compton, they got Reggie, right? Reggie Jr., Sergeant Reynolds, the mayor, all these dirty motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? So we just gonna eventually have to have some shootouts with them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They just got busted too,
Right.
man. I loved it. I like, damn! They didn't get the main one though. They didn't get the main fucking dude. He just running around. He's still a cop too.
They got Reggie and his dad.
Huh?
They got Reggie and his dad.
I said they didn't get the main one. His name Reynolds.
Oh, really?
Sergeant Reynolds. Pulled over my 60 keys. He's making my life miserable. Clients and fraud. Being jealous of fraud. Dirty. They didn't get his ass.
Is the Sergeant Reynolds they're talking about?
Yes, it was. And we was lived out there with him. Even the mayor, his councilman. We up there eating at IHOP Mill Lane. Here come the mayor. Man, you better sit your ass down, fool, and kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? Stupid bitch. You know? That dude was stupid. What was his name? Bradley? Omar Bradley? Yeah. That dude was stupid on him.
Let's eat some food, man. All right, thank you guys. We're back in 45. Are you leaving?
No, my name.
You're just there looking dapper?
Wait till you see my sins, homie. Yeah.
Woo. Thanks.
All right, yeah.
You got a good word around?
Yeah.
And again, you're listening to behind the scenes
Oh,
audio.
yeah, okay. Where are we eating? Oh, it's in there. Okay.
You talking about Craig Caden's book?
This is behind the scenes audio of Keffe D doing his BET interview. He still had his microphone on, and it's a hot mic. And he's talking behind the scenes to the producers and directors, just running his mouth. That's not us. I see a lot of new folks in the chat, and I see some of our day ones. One of our mind is back. 42 is the lock looks new. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe.
Around 52 minutes, there's a break where you miss some of the transcript. What the transcript shows.
Yes.
Go back in and drink and shit. Get back to the party. Because of the fighting shit.
And then what happened?
What's up?
Then what happened?
Then I'll tell you that when I get on my suit.
Oh, come on. You can tell me a little bit. Just,
What's that?
Tell me a little bit of, I mean, this is why we're here. We want to hear the true story of what happened that night. Wayne, we need your permission. Yeah.
What? Yeah, I want to talk about that one later. You want to go to the aftermath?
Yeah, can you talk about, before the aftermath, can you talk about that, like, generally, just to give me something to work with? And then we can do it again in more detail. Yeah, like a summary.
Well, let me consult with him.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
That's okay. Ray, the guy over there.
I thought we weren't gonna say that, dude.
Okay.
What?
I'll turn it on, yeah.
No,
That's okay.
you need to tell him that. So we gotta, that's some shit we gotta discuss. Hello. Hello? What are you about to know?
So Daniel BU2BU
Yeah.
is free Keffe D.
Yeah.
Why, Daniel? Why? Why are we freeing Keffe D? Hit us in the chat.
Is that in my pocket?
Just tell him come here for a minute.
Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think Keffe D is the fall guy or is he the ultimate snitch?
Listen. We got to consult with the U.S. Attorney. You don't want to get me locked up. You don't want me to get locked up. Do you? No. Okay. All right. We got to consult with him. So by the next time, I didn't. He asked me to come down here last week, but I never did get a chance to talk to him. That's why I wasn't ready for with y'all push me, tar. I want to know what I can say and what I can't say. So I got to discuss that because that dude can put me in fucking jail. Give me the death penalty. They can give me the death penalty only. It just wasn't him. He was just fucking. He was just like a fucking. He was like my deserve. What you say? You hear me?
Yeah.
It's way more than him.
The thing I think this is an area where he may not wants to have his words straight. Right.
So let's do this on the next one.
Okay.
Once I get told with him and he tell me what yeah. Okay. You don't want to get me locked up.
No, he's still gonna address it. It's just that
You know, yeah, I just got to go to some with him. I didn't want to tell y'all that just more and stuff like that. The dude said, come talk to him before I do this.
If he didn't do it, why is he afraid of getting the death?
Because if I make him look like an asshole, they're going to lock me up.
But he's gonna address it. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to consult with him first.
Yeah.
Y'all push me.
It looks like the majority of you think he's the fall guy. Keffe D is the fall guy. Interesting.
Where do you want to go right now? Because he said.
You want to do the aftermath?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look. The man's got to eat.
Real.
Did you? We got food, right?
Yeah.
He just said that.
All right, so we're gonna take this. After the fact, after the murder, yeah.
The aftermath. We go. We get home. So we on my street. It's about 4:15. Reggie Wright Sr. He was the captain of the Compton Police back then. I guess he must have did his war room with the oncoming shift. As soon as he did that shit, that motherfucker jumped in that police car, came on my motherfucking street, ran the stop sign and everything, doing about 70. Pulled up on the wrong side of the street, jumped out of his car, said, listen here, you motherfucking Keffe D. You motherfuckers killed my motherfucking son, the belts is coming off. I'm like, man, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, you heard me, motherfucker. I'm like, damn. So, with my immediate crew, I said, look like they were trying to get into it. Trying to get in. So we got to watch these motherfuckers. So we stopped hanging around there right then. We seen they had the back of the police.
What does he mean by like my son?
His son is fucking Suge, man. He's Suge's man. You know what I'm saying? All them, they from the same neighborhood and everything. David, Mack, all them dudes, man. So we really had it rough. So we might have to go to war with the police. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the gang members. They had the police, shit.
Right.
Feel me?
Who else? Was there anybody else after you?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of deranged fans and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shit, some girl might. You know what I'm saying?
When did the cops finally get to you?
No. When we got back, the Moon Man on MTV was like, KVD nephew. So it looked like Suge told from day one. You know what I'm saying? So like that motherfucker told from day one, KVD nephew. Why the fuck you use my fucking name? You know what I'm saying? I just didn't understand that, you know? KVD nephew. Moon Man coming on every hour. You know the little Moon Man? Like, damn. You know? Kind of. My connection called me. Said, come meet me. Goes to condo and that's public. When met him at the Chevron right there. He's like, dog, I'm going to jail. I said, what? He said, yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm like, no, homie. He like, man, I'm out of here. I ain't seen that motherfucker since that day. So, you know, I kind of hate I met Puff. So they destroyed my life. Now these super rich motherfucker ain't even sent me a pair of Sean John drawers or nothing. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Or noodling while I was in jail. You know what I'm saying? Just left me for dead out here. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way fucking, you know what I'm saying? That ain't the way the game go. You know? Shit. Had your back, you ain't have my back, though. You know? Yeah.
When did you talk to police?
What's that?
You gave them a statement at some point, right?
I gave them a statement?
Yeah.
No.
No?
So,
No.
I mean, the proffer deal is a statement, no?
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. What's up, man? You was ain't gonna say nothing back there? I don't have to. You already yeah.
This is part of the same thing. It's like,
You think you said you
I'm just saying at some point you did talk to police. Is that not true?
I think that's what he
Was
said.
Remember what I told you outside? That's why I didn't want to do this today.
Right. Well, I mean,
You know, some shit to give me motherfucking, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I hear you.
Well, yeah. Dude asked me to meet him last week, but I wasn't able, man. My wife was sick, homie. I could have had all your answers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't want to tell you all that, all my business like that, you know, but force my hand.
I blame Tara.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see what I can talk to you about that. 'Cause a lot of the stuff I have here is about that night. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have all the answers, though. I swear.
So you're not talking about it? Is that what we're saying?
I think.
Can you talk about Zip and talking to Puff afterwards?
Zip and Puff?
Yeah, I mean, at some point you needed to talk to them about shit. Is that the same shit?
Yeah.
Was it? Well, did you? So after that happened, did you get in contact with Zip?
Me and Zip was together. He was with us at the point.
didn't come back to LA with you, did he? Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
We went up to Wingstop, Wings, LA Wings right there on the 3rd and the bread. Right there on the side with Pink's, you know what Pink's is?
Oh.
They got the LA Wingstop right there on the
He was
side.
Zip. It was Beverly though, or
what
Melanie.
did you talk about?
All kind of shit.
Yeah, so that we don't waste our time, can we do something where you can talk to me and then you can get approval? You get approval of whether you use it or not? Because otherwise,
We only can answer 3 questions on it. I only go into full detail with you and everything on it.
no, you don't have to do.
Once I get the green light where I'm covered, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't make them look like a goddamn asshole down.
Supreme 3604 just made a good point. He said Diddy can't be charged because Zip is dead, and Zip
So how did you guys
confirm the money
lay
link.
low afterwards? What you guys do?
Interesting.
You know the truth? We didn't lay low. We was after they asked, Mr. Man laid low. He the one who flew out to the Caribbean and shit. But we it's mafia shit, man. Yeah, don't we didn't lay low. We had to stay sharp, man, because we had to watch out for the police, had to watch out for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we didn't lay low.
So I think this you can answer. Why didn't they bring up any charges against Orlando? Give it to me in 15 seconds.
Why they didn't bring him to charges? Because I know they can't prove it.
They told me.
Yeah, they raided everybody else. I think it was October the 7th or something. They raided everybody else. Just so happened, one of my homies, he's a grease strap guy to pick up the old cooking grease. He came, knocked on my door about 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. Said, KVD, the FBI, and about 100 police is at the donut shop. I told him, wait 1 minute. I grabbed my shoes. I put on my pants, grabbed my shoes and shirt and stuff. Left my car and everything. I jumped in the truck with him. Told him to drop me off at the Metro Red. I missed the raid by 5 minutes.
Huh.
Otherwise, it would have got me.
Did you say somebody tipped him off?
Mm-hmm. So
Who
let's go
was
back
it?
to Orlando because he passed away, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
maybe you can talk about what he did that day without mentioning you. Is that something you feel comfortable doing?
Oh.
Because you can't implicate him. He's dead. There's nothing that can happen.
Was that?
Can you talk about what Orlando did that night?
The night
In Vegas, yeah. Without mentioning you at all, just talk
He
about
went to
him.
the hospital. He went to the hospital to get his shoulder fixed and stuff like that.
No, I'm talking about before.
We got to consult. There's 3 questions that stuck on. I got to go consult with this man because
I'm just saying he's not. There's nothing. Wayne's a lawyer. Wayne, can you confirm that? Can he talk about Orlando without mentioning his name? Without mentioning Keefe's name?
That's what I asked Mario. I said, see if he'll talk. What does he know about what Orlando did that night without including himself in that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because Orlando's dead.
So,
Been dead almost 20 years.
did Orlando go after Tupac that night after you fight?
Huh?
I gotta do my job.
No, he didn't go after Tupac.
You did not.
Mm-mm. Man, wait till I get on the suit, man. You keep on. Let's go somewhere else. You want to talk about Paul? Something like that?
What's that? I did. He didn't want to answer, but I'll ask you. Okay. Did you try to get money from Puffy after the fact for the deal that you had arranged with him?
No, because it was hot. You know what I'm saying? You just can't jump out there like that. You have to be smart in this game. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, they'd take your ass down. They would have been to our ass down. You know what I'm saying? And
So what was your plan?
I seen him about maybe like 6 months later at the House of Blues right there. And he invited us to the Pretty Pictures Museum the night before. And we went up there. He was up there partying. I seen him at the Pretty Pictures Museum. He like TVD. The FBI is all over us. I'm saying, if you want to catch our heat, you know what I'm saying? Shit, they up in this party right now. I'm like, really? Like, yeah. So that's why I didn't understand how the fuck Biggie can get killed. You know what I'm saying? If the FBI all around here, you know what I'm saying? So they up in the party and everything ever since we got off the plane. Fuck.
God, I just thought of something I never thought of.
So we'll talk about Biggie in a second, but did you ask him for?
That's why there's
the
no
money
way
that
Keefe and the
he owed you?
Southside Crips kill Biggie.
Was that?
Did you
That's
ask him for the
fucking
money that he
possible,
owed
and the
you?
FBI are all over.
No,
Yeah.
So Keefe would
Shit,
have
we
been
got
like,
the
"Fuck,
FBI
the
around,
FBI are
what the fuck
outside
am I
right
supposed
now.
to do?
Murder's off. We can't kill them right now."
That's
Yeah,
what
of
we
course.
do.
God, I never put that together before.
No.
And what's is it true that there's a rumor going around that Zip got half the money?
That's what the FBI said.
Say it again, because I don't.
That's what the FBI said. That Zip got the money.
Do you believe it?
He's a motherfucker. See Donald Trump Jr. right now in trouble. About fucking emails and shit. He a motherfucker. You know he a motherfucker.
I just brought up Trump.
No, yeah, man. As soon as I left, I told you that, man. That Ted Holiday had his head up my ass, homie. I still got invoice from him. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that dude's a motherfucker. He head of the major crime unit. Shit, dude's a motherfucker, dude. You know?
So, but you, I mean, here's the thing. You're not upset about not getting paid. Were you not upset about not getting paid?
It's a time to get paid. I was trying to pick the perfect spot, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just pick the perfect spot.
Let me just backtrack here for a second. Yeah, you can switch on. Yeah, he's gonna
paid to talk in this office building.
Yeah. He wants like us.
He wants to be in like a warehouse
He
or
wants to
something.
be like, yeah. He wants to say, like his. I don't know if they come up with the spot or what, but yeah, he doesn't want to be here.
Right?
What you gonna do with the money in here?
Right. No, I mean, because you were saying like, yeah, I didn't do it then. I didn't do it. I just want to make sure that, you know, I want to know where your head's at. You had a plan.
I am a kingpin
Right.
that was making more money than Paul than we were then.
You're picking your spots too.
Yeah.
Right.
Being
I
smart.
hear you.
Playing my cards right. Yeah. Not at all. We was up under a microscope. You know what I'm saying? You got crooked ass Compton police feeding these dudes downtown all the information. You don't understand, homie. Y'all need to be on our fucking side, homie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on Tupac's side and all these other dudes' side, they should be on our fucking side. We the one who's catching it. That crooked Compton police, crooked Rampart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They telling them people downtown the FBI shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah,
I mean,
we was up against it, homie.
Uh,
It's the shit that's coming out right now.
you know, maybe we can talk about that sensitive stuff, like, you know, on the streets. You know what I mean? Like, right so, okay, so, this is- yeah.
Go over everything.
Yeah, that's all good.
And he gonna give me the green light.
Right.
Say yes or no.
Is it true that you went to the that Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony for Puffy?
Huh? Where you heard that from?
Him. He said it.
There's too many people, so you couldn't really get close to me.
Good, he confirmed it. When?
You know, and he like, man, post every quarter's posted me like $20,000 worth of clothes. Like, ain't that a bitch? So a couple of times I called Daddy's house, he never returned my fucking calls or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he was just trying to wash his hands with us, whatever. I fucked it. And that's wrong. That ain't the way it goes, you know what I'm saying? Had your fucking back, but have our fucking back. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what we was up against out here. You know, I hate I took that fucking phone call from his ass. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, we wouldn't have the crooked cops on our ass. We wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because me and Suge was friends, motherfucker. We've been knowing each other since we was 9, 10 years old. I'm tripping though. Yeah. I'm kind of mad at the dude, dog. You know what I'm talking about? Puffy, yeah, I'm kind of mad at him.
And there was never any after you stopped trying after a while. There was never any contact.
Yeah, no contact.
Yeah. Why? Let's go to Biggie. So he invited you to the Peterson Museum, to that vibe party. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said there were too many people there. The feds were there.
Yeah, he said that.
Right. So that wasn't the place or the time, right?
I don't know. The FBI, they see us together. You know, they put shit together.
But why did you go in the first place?
Why did I go? Because he threw smashing parties on me and all that. You know what I'm saying? He was literally invited. You know what I'm saying? They kind of needed us. They should have kept us. You know, because probably still be alive today. You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking about the FBI around, I guess you were scared of us. I don't know. FBI around. I guess the FBI was going to protect it, but it don't look like they protected him because he did. You know? Then 2-3 days later, Sergeant Reynolds pulled up talking about we killed Biggie. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Call the people downtown crooked cops, man. That's some bullshit, you know? Yeah.
So can you tell me definitively that you had nothing to do with Biggie?
No? Nothing.
Give me a full sentence.
We had nothing to do with no Biggie Smalls, no. Biggie was our friend. Yeah. Why would we want to kill our, you know? Yeah.
Why do you think people thought that?
Because of the money and all this other shit. And then the crooked cops just steadily feed the other day superiors head. You know, some bullshit. They know they did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they telling the people downtown, the FBI for this. Of course, to get the heat up off them. Yeah, and we was up against it all. The mayor, even the mayor was against us.
I hear you. And when you say the money, you mean the money that was owed from Puffy.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Well, the money that was owed from Puppy. Yeah.
That's why people thought that you killed Biggie.
Yeah, that's why they thought killed Biggie. Yeah. Didn't kill no Biggie though.
So why did you agree to tell your story after all these years?
I agreed to tell my story.
Yeah, to us.
That's
I
the
know why
question.
you told your story to police.
Saved my fucking life. And I was really facing the death penalty. Yeah. And I just didn't save my life. I saved my whole crew life. You know what I'm saying? They just would have put down like 48 indictments. All my big hitters, all my homies, all my family, even the plugs, the Colombians. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They had our ass, dog. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. Dude said he was from D.C. And they used the psychology game on me. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's how they got me, man.
And to us, why did you want to tell that story to us?
Because I felt we was betrayed. Then, you know, just the way we was done by the crooked cops, the media, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I was wronged. We was wronged, really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude, they come raid our house. Sugar friends come raid our house, take our guns. You know, that shit wrong. Shit just totally wrong.
This
You know,
stuff
people
is
think
so
we was lying
incredible.
about the shit. Shit just hit the fan last week. Reggie Wright, senior and junior. Did you know that they crooked? Yeah.
Tell me about that. Like, I think you touched on it, but I want to know more about like Suge enlisting crooked cops to help him out. What was that about?
Yeah, let's get to that.
I don't know what the fuck it was about. It was smart though. King move. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know?
Yeah.
Shit. What you do in the dark don't come to the light. Shit is for the hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like they say, you ain't bigger than the law. And the FBI is a motherfucker. They take your ass down. Shit. I ain't no better than Noriega. I ain't no better than fucking Don Hussein. None of them son of a bitches. You know what I'm saying? John Gotti or none of them. They took them down. I'm a peon to them. You know what I'm saying?
But was that widely known that Suge was hanging around, was like protected by cops?
Hell yeah. Everybody knew that, yeah.
Knew what?
Knew that he was protected by crooked ass cops. Son of a dirty motherfucker. Wish I could tell you everything, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
I never tell you every fucking thing.
did that ever give you pause to fuck with Suge? Like, did you ever say I shouldn't fuck with Suge because these cops are gonna be on my ass after?
You know, I'm more down with my nephew than I am down with
If you're just joining us, you're watching Truth Talks Live. I'm your host, Jody G. We are listening to audio from Kinky D when he did an interview with the BET documentarian. He's talking to the director and the producer, and he's telling a whole bunch of stuff that he probably does not have immunity for.
I wish it never happened. I lost my plug. You know what I'm saying? Colombian boy left. Went back to Bogota. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hated it happen.
Can you say what? So you wish what hadn't happened?
I wish that never happened to Tupac because shit, it changed my whole fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Fucking my plug that I was making all them hundreds of millions with. fucking went to Bogotov left. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to get caught up in our bullshit. And I wish I would have listened to him. I should have jumped on the plane with his ass to Bogotov. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. All right, that's my son and my wife. They on my ass.
We're almost out.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, sorry, you have to repeat it because the phone was ringing.
Okay, about the Bogotov?
No. About Tupac. Like, did you ever feel bad? I mean, this is a kid on, the prime of his life.
I was
An artist that everyone loves.
to me, it was an ignorant kid in the prime of his life doing stupid shit out here.
How so?
Also, he shot the police in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Jumped on my nephew, him and his little gang. You know, you're a rapper. Stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Stay in your fucking lane. You're not a gangster. You're a fucking rapper.
That's the most true thing he said. It's the most true thing he said.
Stay in your fucking lane, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Stay in your lane.
You're not doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? So he should have just stayed in his lane. I hate it happened to him, stuff like that. And, it really changed my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? My plug left. Shit, I met him. I'm out of here. Y'all going to jail. Wish I would have been on the plane with his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I hate it happened, bro.
If Tupac had not gotten involved with your nephew in the lobby of the MGM, would he still be alive?
I don't know. He ignorant. Some motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Dude, you know what I'm saying? I guess he went with that mob, and that shit went to his head on me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about it. Shit went to his head. And shit, he's ignorant, so you run into a lot of problems out here trying to be a game member. You know what I'm saying? But see, in our community, we try to get up out the game, like try to play sports, rap, stuff like that. Try to get up out the game, our motive is to get up out the game, get us a home, get us a family. These motherfuckers nowadays is got millions of dollars enjoying their fucking game. That shit is backwards. You know what I'm saying? Shit is backwards. Chris Brown, Soldier Boy, Justin Bieber, better listen. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money, get away from this bullshit. Because all it leads to is death, penitentiary, and heartaches for your family. You know what I'm saying? People out here, we grew up in this shit. You guys from another town, dude, need to leave that shit alone.
That is the most truthful thing I've heard people say in this entire
So
last.
let me ask that question again. I really like that answer, by the way. I think it's
a
true.
great
Like,
answer.
everyone's coming,
Yeah, this dude from Virginia, he coming being gamer. That's stupid. That's backwards.
So is
the real game members is trying to get up out this shit.
That's facts.
If that shit hadn't happened with Orlando, would you have left it alone that day?
Yes. Me and Suge is friends. We were friends. We grew up together. Shit went in the shit that never happened. You know what I'm saying?
What?
That shit shouldn't have never happened. Because me and this guy grew up together. We was friends since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you the whole truth about this shit, about the balls.
That's okay, but this brings up a good question. Did Suge know that who he was dealing with Orlando? Did he know that he was your nephew?
I told you, Moon Man came and said, KBD nephew. LA Times, KBD nephew.
No, I don't mean then. I mean before.
What?
Before he kicked him in the head.
I don't know. I think that was a stupid choice. But he did say that night, he told them police that night that KBD nephew, KBD nephew. You know what I'm saying? He did say that. You know what I'm saying? He keep on saying he ain't said nothing. Bitch, you know you said something. You know what I'm saying? Why you use my name? but I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get me arrested too.
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't know Orlando had a deal, right, to testify for Suge? Can you talk about that?
What's that?
You heard me. Orlando had a deal to testify for Suge at one point.
You taking all the stories out of my book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You made my book no good no more.
Hey, this is good promotion for your book.
What's that?
This is good promotion for your book.
Oh, you know about that too? You just told me about your book. No, I'm talking about the meeting.
Oh. I don't know. Is there any truth to that?
What?
That Orlando agreed to a deal to testify for Suge?
Okay. What's that? We not gonna go to that one. Okay. I'm gonna save me something for my motherfucking book. God damn, no surprises. Hey, homie, yeah. You did your work though. I'm not even
right?
I see.
Well, next time we talk, I'm gonna drill you on those. There's no.
All right.
There's no escaping it. Nora, are we good? Do you have anything?
Yeah, you feel comfortable talking about that? She said, can you talk about the hierarchy of maybe like being a kingpin? Yeah, like how, how's it structured? Like how's
Yeah. You look at me. Don't look at her.
Okay. Like the codes of the street. Our game is built through respect and the work you put in. And as far as power, you know what I'm saying? That's the way our game is. You got the double OGs, OBGs, BGs, and the TGs.
Tell him where he was.
And the OTSs and that's where our game is instructed. So I could fall in the double OG, but I was there when the game was. So this way it goes. People you either become a game banger as you get older, or a gangster. Or go to school, or get a job. You know what I'm saying? By 25, that's when you can determine whether you're gonna be who you're gonna be. You're gonna be a game banger, you know what I'm saying, drinking, smoking weed and stuff all day long, with your pants hanging down. Or you gonna get a job, that means you out the game. Or are you gonna become a gangster, you know what I'm saying, for the game. You know, that's where our game is structured, yeah.
Do you think that Suge ran the label like a gang?
Yeah. Yes. He kind of hired all gang members. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He hired all
For
gang members.
subscribing to Truth Talks
who
Live.
was he in
Be
the-
sure to
in the
like this video now to
structure?
keep our algorithm
Who
high.
Suge was in the structure? I guess his money gave him the power. You know what I'm saying? How people listen to him. You know, money is power. You know, and shit. I guess they. Well, we knew he was a bunch of the Crips did. I know our side of town did because we played football with the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I want to go back to the Biggie night. Where were you, and how did you hear the Biggie had died? Your phone's ringing. We're almost done. I got you.
That's wifey. Yeah, she on me.
Just five more minutes, I promise.
Okay.
Where were you, and how did you hear that Biggie had died?
I was under the parking garage, and everybody ran back in up under the parking garage and said, "They just killed Biggie! They just killed Biggie!" I'm like, "What?" damn, that was fucked up. By then, all the LAPDs was there. And I was waiting on my car to get validated up out of there and shit. Validated up out of there. Then 3 days later, on Cass Compton police and crooked motherfuckers pulled nephew over and said, "You guys killed Pedro too?" No, this is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit. They gone down there. They just made dirty pool with us, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was really like the fall guy. To me, fucked over me, man. It fucked over my life.
But they cleared you, right? I mean, you're
But
not.
my life been fucked over ever since, homie. Just don't understand, dude. And I still gotta watch people. You know what I'm saying? To me, they violated my civil rights, my everything, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Did you suspect that somebody was casing the party, Bad Boy?
Casing the party?
Yeah.
You heard about that? Well, you a motherfucker. Yeah, you did your little work. Yeah, they was up there. The Bloods was there. They came up there. I told Puff now. You know what I'm saying? I said, y'all be careful. The niggas is up here. And like, all right. And sure enough, it went down. Yeah. Sad. You know, they come up here and get ate up out of it's a zoo out here, a jungle. Y'all coming from that little punk ass town that's part of shit, eat your ass up out here, boys. It's gorillas. I mean, this shit is lions, tigers, and bears.
Well,
They will eat up the weak out here.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Did you? How'd you feel about Biggie dying since you knew him personally?
Oh, they kind of fucked me up. You know what I'm saying?
What
fucked me up. When Biggie got killed, it kind of fucked me up. I'm sad behind it, everything, man. It was fucked up behind it. And these bullshit ass cops gonna put that out in the media like we did that bullshit just to get the heat up off their ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's all gonna come out. It's coming out every day, homeboy. Believe me. Yeah.
All right, brother. I'm gonna set you.
And let my wife keep me. All right.
Oh, wait. Just sit here for 20 seconds with no sound. So don't make any sound. You just gotta record the tone of the room.
You're watching Morning News on Truth Talks Live. Hit that subscribe button now.
This is Ringtone.
We're not CNN, Fox, or Court TV. We're Truth Talks, where facts matter. Subscribe now.
Thank you to all our super fans for your Cash App and Super Chat support. We salute you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good start.
Because our street.
Wait, stay there. Yeah, sit back. Let's just do this question real quick. Sorry, I thought you were done. That was your only question before. Okay. So why Baby Lane?
Why did it be called Baby Lane?
Why was Orlando? Yeah, tell me that.
Because he was born on Burrs Lane.
Sorry. Tell me the whole stuff, like the sentence. Orlando was called Baby Lane because
Orlando was called Baby Lane because he was born on Burrs Lane, the street Burrs. They just called him Lane, short for Orlando. So he took our street name. And his pops was real high in the echelon of our gang. The founder fathers. So.
And the baby isn't because he had a baby face or anything like that.
Baby Lane, short for our street.
Right. And Keffe?
Keffe? We had like 3 Keffes in our hood. So they just broke them down and they just put Keffe D on it.
So they give you the initials so
Yeah.
they separate you from the others.
Others, yeah. And that shit just went like a wildflower. Blew up, got rich, had all the money, all the women. Don't put that on there. My wife's gonna kill me.
Talking.
Yeah. You better have my wife deposit for that car too.
This has got to be the last one.
Okay. Original gangster, yeah. A double OG is a dude that's like been around a while. You know, the founding fathers and stuff. You know, the founding fathers of the game. That's where our game stopped at, the double OG. And our youngest members is called TSs, Tiny Soldiers.
Tiny soldiers.
We got like
Yes,
about
tiny
6
soldiers.
different generations.
Okay.
So the gang life
Thank you.
in the music world should have
My
stayed.
wife walked out of the deposit for the car too. Okay, she is on my, she's great.
So why don't you talk to what we gotta talk to and
Call me. I'll
let's
let
talk
you
on
know.
the phone. Right. And then if you know if things get heavy for you, maybe we can just talk about Orlando and then leave it at that.
All right.
But these guys are expecting details from that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that dude.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
He from the Justice Department is DC. I swear to God on
I hear you.
they had some major players on me, dog. The other dude named Michael Terrell. Oh man. He's a piece. He's head U.S. attorney of this area. We call his
Marshall Brewer said the hard to believe
yeah.
No, like I said, I mean,
I'm in the room like,
died for punching someone.
deal with the fucking devil.
I agree.
Like you want to dead, like, sir, I swear to God.
It's almost like he died by being a pretend gangster, is what he died from.
No, I mean, do what you got to do, and then can we set up a date, Nora? Like an actual date where like there's no misunderstanding. You're here for this, or we can go out to Vegas and what I wanted to do is for you to take us on the street. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Yeah, right. Yeah.
That is funny.
Hey, you know, they never, you know.
The dude, I seen Rick Ross at the airport. He just couldn't put my face on it. You know, man, he's like, oh, he said, bro, I know you from nowhere. You don't want to know who I am, motherfucker. He's like, I know you. I'm like, yeah. You really want to know? Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But
the 20th, like my sister giving her, we giving her a 70th birthday party. The milestone 70th. My sister. That's all.
I see you guys in the chat. Yeah, Tupac, as genius as he was, as fluid as he was as an MC and a rapper, and as talented as he was as an actor, he let all that gang life go to his head. I'm your host, Jody G. You're watching the Tupac Shakur Day 6 murder trial. I am covering this trial in particular because I've known Tupac for years. I knew him for many years prior to signing with Death Row Records. Once he signed with Death Row, I was very afraid for him, and I'll talk about that when we go to lunch.
For about an hour and a half. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, do you guys have to take a restroom break? Anyone? Raise your hand. Okay. If you want to just do maybe another half hour, and then we'll take our lunch break. Okay, perfect.
This man is raising his hand. For y'all that can't
Do you need to use the restroom? Okay. All right, we will have to take our break now. So we will take a recess. During the recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected with the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report of the commentary on the trial of any person connected to this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, internet, radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until it is submitted to you. Please rise for the jury. We'll see you guys back here at, let's say, 11:40. 11:40. We're just going to take a short break, I think.
All right, truth tellers, you're watching the Tupac Shakur murder trial. We are on day 6 of the trial. It is Nevada versus PPD, Duane Davis. This trial has been many things.
For the record, the jury has exited the room. When we get back, we can do another 30, 45 minutes or so. We have lunch coming somewhere around noon, so if we were to break now, I don't know if we have enough time to eat. All right, we'll be in recess?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, folks. So you're watching day 6. We're on a 5-minute recess break from the Tupac Shakur murder trial. It has been many, many things in this trial. There has been wild accusations from PPD. There's been a lot of name calling and shout outs from PPD. He has named everybody from Suge Knight, Diddy, Dr. Dre, Snoop. Today we heard names like Justin Bieber and Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. Tell him he is not short of naming folks in his audio. And so far, from day 1 all the way to day 6, the prosecution has alleged that Keffe D killed Tupac and ordered the hit for Tupac. And they're using his own words against him as the biggest testimony. For those of you that didn't see us last week, we went into all of this. It has been 30 years since Tupac has died, so think about it. A lot of the eyewitnesses that were there, the direct eyewitnesses, are deceased. There was very few people that they could find 30 years later that could actually testify to, did you see the shots? Did you see the shooter? Did you hear anything? There is no digital forensics because it was 30 years ago, so we barely had cell phones. I mean, at most, there probably was a car phone in the car with Suge Knight and Pac that night. So there's no digital evidence, there's no direct evidence, there's no direct testimony of any eyewitnesses. The eyewitnesses that were in the closest proximity to Pac, that were allegedly in the car with Keffe D that shot Tupac, there were 4 people in the car. 3 of those 4 people are deceased, and the only living eyewitness is Keffe D. So the prosecution has gone forward in a really, I think, systematic way of showing that Keffe D's own words, whether it was from a police interview 20 year ago, whether it's from a BET documentary, or whether it's from Vlad TV or his own book, they are using his words against him. They are saying to the jury, this man has confessed to a murder. These are the details that he confessed to, and here's all the corroborating pieces that we have surrounding what he said. At most, that is what the prosecution is putting on and doing a good job at using his own words, because I am shocked in this snitch culture how much Keffe D is talking. He thought he had a proffer agreement that was basically giving him immunity on anything he knew about Biggie Smalls' death. He went into Biggie Smalls' interview with the police, with the LAPD, and said, I don't know anything about Biggie Smalls, but I know about the other one. And the police smartly said, who's the other one? Tupac. And here we are, flash forward 30 years later, here we are. He thought he had blanket immunity. He did not have blanket immunity. He had immunity to certain parts of the Tupac death as it related to Biggie Smalls' investigation. But when we came back to the Tupac Shakur murder, Keffe D and his attorney that was sitting in that room during that interview let him just talk and talk and talk and talk and walk himself right into murder charges. And so here we are, the defense is now saying, okay, Keffe did say all that. We're not denying he said all that, but our client is a liar. He was lying back then. He was lying to sell books. He was lying for clout. He was lying to make money. He had been dying from cancer at the time and made a conscious decision to, quote unquote, make up stories about Tupac's death so that he could sell his book. And here we are. So the question for the jury becomes, do you believe Keffe D then, 30 years ago, when he was singing like a bird? Or do you believe him now, according to his defense attorney, where he is lying? He admittedly says, I exaggerated all that. I wasn't even there. I wasn't in Las Vegas. I wasn't in the car. I wasn't even in Las Vegas. And at this point, there has not been any eyewitness that can actually place Keffe D in Las Vegas, other than Keffe D. He's the only one that said he was. And if the defense can stand 10 toes deep on the fact that Keffe was lying and exaggerating just to have clout, just to have street cred, just to make some money off a story, then I'm not sure how far the prosecution can take this, because there is no corroborating hard evidence. All of my true crime fans out there, you understand just like I do. We expect fingerprints. We expect a murder weapon. We expect some sort of DNA left behind somewhere. We expect a digital trail that cell phones are pinging off towers. None of that exists in this trial because it was 30 years ago. So I want to hear in the chat from you guys, who do you think is doing the best job right now at proving Keffe D was factful back then and now, or Keffe D was lying back then and telling the truth now. Are you for the prosecution or are you for the defense at this point on day 6? We've had some wild testimony, but I have not heard anybody get on that stand that could corroborate what Keffe D is saying took place that night. I haven't heard it. I haven't seen it, but we're only on day 6. This trial is going to run a couple weeks. It'll be just as long as the Diddy trial. We will be here every single day at the start of the trial. We'll give you a daily recap and we'll give you some clips on things that you missed. But tell me in the chat, how are you guys feeling? Is prosecution pulling off the case right now, or is pulling off their case, or is the defense able to combat that with, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. He's full of shit, because that's all we've been hearing from the defense. Now, of course, we're on the prosecutor's side of the trial at this point. They're putting on their case. The defense has not put on their case yet. But let me know in the chat, how do you feel about what you've heard so far? Is prosecution winning, or is the defense making a good point and saying he's a liar? So Lori Gomes K8Q said, wait a minute, is he talking to the behind the scenes? Did he know he was on a hot mic? The answer to that is yes. If you're watching today, we have been listening to audio of Keffe D's BET interview behind the scenes. It was during, in between takes, and he had his mic on, and he knowingly knew his mic was hot. It was still on. And he's talking back and forth to the producers and the directors, and that's very common, right? The director and the producer will talk to the talent and ask them, like, just, background information, so you can make sure you can frame your questions and make sure you're getting your part of the story correct. Documentaries are all about chasing after the truth. And so off camera is what we heard all morning long, Keffe D just running his mouth, blah, 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 blah. He definitely identifies Tupac. He definitely identifies Suge Knight. He definitely talks about the Biggie Smalls, murder in a way that he said, I had nothing to do with Biggie Smalls. He was very clear and very succinct in what he had to do with Biggie Smalls. But that's not why we're here. We're here because of Tupac. We're here because of the Tupac Shakur murder and Keffe D claiming he gave the gun that killed Tupac to his nephew, Baby Lane. Baby Lane then shot Tupac based on Keffe D's instructions. And so Baby Lane is now deceased. He's not here to even testify or corroborate what Keffe D is saying. So it's very easy for Keffe D to say, that guy did it. Well, that guy's dead. He's not here to corroborate it. So long and short, all we have is Keffe D's words so far, and Keffe D placing himself at the scene of the crime, Keffe D acknowledging that he was a part of the crime and boastfully doing so. So at this point, I just, in a snitch culture, I have just never seen anybody talk this freely and this openly with the police. I am a television and film producer. I have never been in trouble with the law. But there is no way in the world, if I had a speeding ticket, that I would sit down and freely and openly talk to the police without attorney present. I just wouldn't. My attorney would have to be present. And I wouldn't say anything. I don't care if they have me on camera, if they have me on satellite speeding through a school zone. I'm still saying I didn't do it. And I'm going with whatever my attorney tells me to do. So in this case, I know that Keffe D thought he was getting a proffer agreement. He thought that he was going to get some other charges against him lessened if he could supply the police with pertinent information about Tupac, really about Biggie's murder. And he did. He said, I don't know anything about Biggie's, but I know about Tupac's. And that's why we're here. So Nicole O'Connell is saying he's an accessory at the very least. Powerlight K9C keeps saying, just bring Snoop Dogg in and it will be a bombshell. Powerlight, what do you think Snoop Dogg has to add to this case? Because a lot of people have been in the chat saying Snoop had something to do with the overall murder. Now, if you guys recall, Snoop was supposed to be at the fight. It was a Mike Tyson fight in Las Vegas. Snoop, Tupac, and Suge were all supposed to be going as part of Death Row Records to the fight. The night before the fight, Snoop withdrew and stayed home, mysteriously. And so I see a lot of people in the chat saying that Snoop had something to do with it or he orchestrated it. Tell me why, because I haven't really heard that too much. So tell me a little something. And then I see Kay Myers in the chat. She said, Kay Myers is man. I can't believe that all these lifelong killers and hitters have smutted their reputation by running their mouths for these podcasts and media outlets. Clout is the most dangerous drug. I agree. At this point, on one hand, I can understand Keffe D talking to the police with an attorney present to try and lessen another charge that he had on something unrelated, right? Criminals do that all day. Defense attorneys and prosecutors do that all day. They'll offer you some leniency if you can testify on behalf of something else that helps close a case. I'm used to that. But today we are listening to Keffe D without an attorney present, talking to a television and director and producer for a BET documentary. There is no such thing as immunity in a TV documentary. A documentary is a search for the truth. For those of you that don't know, I am an Emmy Award-winning director of a documentary, the Janet Jackson documentary. I won the Emmy for that because we were so brutally honest about Janet's story and we were chasing after the truth. And, that's what I do for a living. So when I sit here and I listen to a lot of the documentaries, the making of the documentaries that Keffe D has been involved in, I'm appalled at how open he was at telling his story or telling this story. And especially when, your words can be used against you. You're in a documentary, you've given your creative permission to be seen on camera. You have given your permission to release that footage to a broadcast community. And so he's talking about things that he didn't even talk about with the police. And so those things are ending up in the documentary. And right now, what we heard today was about an hour and a half of the behind the scenes footage of this documentary where the producer and the director just shooting the shit with Keffe. And Keffe's telling on everybody still, thinking his words aren't going to be used against him. I don't know what this dude was thinking. He redefined snitch. I'm not into that whole snitch culture. I think if you murdered somebody and you know that somebody murdered somebody, you have a duty to testify. But in the gang world, that is a big, big deal. And I just cannot believe how much Keffe D is talking. So hit me in the comments, like and subscribe. We've had over, we've had over 1,000 people come through this chat today. Right now, there's just a little bit under 100, but we've had over 1,000 people. We need you to like and subscribe. Smash that like button so that our algorithm stays high. You're watching Truth Talks Live. We are the channel where pop culture and justice collide. We tell the truth, and because we are so truthful and unabashed and unapologetic about our truth, I think YouTube likes to squish our algorithm a lot. So we need you guys to smash that like button for us. Hit that subscribe. Show up with us every day. We are here every day in the morning for trials and every day at 8 o'clock at night for Truth Talks Live. I'm glad to see a lot of you coming back in the chat. I see some new faces in the chat. Also, if you can, dig into your pocket, show us a little appreciation. Give us a quick little super chat, just $1. $1 will help us sustain our independent media and our independent approach to, I guess, justice and just pop culture trials. Or you can send us stickers. A lot of people have been sending us stickers, and I want to shout you out. A.O. Dar sent us a jewel this morning, and we had a couple people send us a bunch of super chats earlier this morning. I'd love for you to do that. Continue helping us make our goal. We'll be back in a few minutes. You are watching Truth Talks Live, and you are watching Day 6 of the Tupac Shakur murder trial right here. Truth Talks Live. Hit that like button. We'll be right back.
Thank you for subscribing to Truth Talks Live. Be sure to like this video now to keep our algorithm high.
Thank you to all our super fans for your Cash App and Super Chat support. We salute you.
You're watching Morning News on Truth Talks Live. Hit that subscribe button now.
We appreciate your subscription. This broadcast is shifting to our horizontal feed only and no longer in shorts. You can still watch on your phones anywhere in the world, but tap the notification bell now Otherwise, you might miss us when we go live with The Truth.
Okay, back on record in State versus Davis, C377407. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
No.
Okay, let's bring in the jury. Please rise for the jury. All right, did the party stipulate to the presence of the jury?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
You may be seated.
We need to get the witness.
Where's Mr. Dorsey?
I assume he's still back there with your
Okay.
present. And Judge, if you just let us know when lunch shows up, we'll break.
Up to about 45 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we have Mr. Dorsey back. You're still under oath, sir. Mr. DiGiacomo, you may resume your questioning at this time.
Thank you. Mr. Dorsey, that was the July 17th, 2017 conversation that we just listened to, correct?
It was the first interview, yes.
And then the second interview, and I have a copy of the transcript if you can look at it, was July 28th of 2017. Does that sound accurate?
That sounds right, yes.
We're just going to start playing that, Judge. And that is State's Exhibit number 122.
Okay. 122 is now playing.
Are you moving back, you think, anytime soon? You're gonna stay. You don't like to know you don't. Well, your wife's got that business of hers or whatever, right? Yeah. So she'd have to give it up for you to come back?
Yeah.
No, she with a corporation, so they'll move her around.
Oh, that's cool.
Say she won't come back.
Looks good. I mean, I see a white man in the background. Other than that,
I'm gonna get out of here so
yeah. Actually, I see a white man's torso in the background.
Sorry.
Where's Tara?
What's that?
Where's Tara?
Who's what?
Where's Tara?
Tara?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen her today. You said she called me and told me that you called her this morning, but I don't think she's in the office actually.
Look at Mario for 1 second. I just want to make sure your background looks good. We'll be in business.
You're gonna be looking at me the whole time, so.
So Dave, I think it's hitting the whole thing. We want to raise it up and down. There we go. Just down. Slide the shoulders, right?
Hey, Eric. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll do this first. What the hell's happening over there? get in touch with him? No, he's not picking up for Nora either. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's all right, right, Keith? You know what you're going to talk about, right? Do you need him here? He's not picking up.
What?
When that light come, yeah, I do. You know, we already discussed that. I don't know what the fuck you put up with.
Me neither. Yeah.
I'm talking about you gonna. Man, where'd he go?
I need wait. I mean, I'm ready to start.
How are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I just heard him see you. I mean, I heard you. He's like, yeah, I do.
That's all we got.
So
We'll
funny.
talk a little bit about the fight.
I wasn't talking about that no black stuff.
You know what?
Told her that we was in the office when we was arguing. I said, give me 2 weeks. She said, I said, I gave you 6 months. And she said, Keith, I got the people here, just shoot this, woo woo. So I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, you want to go through the whole thing again?
Yeah.
Okay. We can do a little bit of that. Yeah, sure. I mean, but you look great. I have it already. We don't have to go through the entire story.
I look great.
You look fine. Yeah.
To you.
To me. To everyone. To everyone who's seen it.
Hey, don't release that shit on the internet like they did last time.
No, of course not.
Who released that shit?
I wasn't even working here when I have no idea.
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
You weren't even working here?
I've been here for 5 weeks.
So he shot like a promo. He came in, before Mario got hired, and shot a promo, and then somebody like BET or somebody leaked it.
I actually was here, but I was here with her.
So let's
Disaster.
talk about the other stuff then. We'll get to that. So I'm just going to go back to the stuff that we talked about in the other.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we get to that. Yeah. Everybody ready to start?
Yeah, that's bad.
Can you give me a...
All right, here we go.
Oh, for this. Yeah. So you're very close. Yeah.
Where do you think we'll start?
I'll probably operate this. No, I see it. See you anytime. Thank you. Okay, I'm tired now. Okay, now well, I'm not seeing it. I just told them I thought it was fine. I see.
I think the one good thing is on the 78, the 3.2K, we have a lot of pushback. To get the HDMI, we got a lot of room on it. But anyway, we can do wide. Right? You can't get wide if you don't push on.
All right, let's go. Eric. Yep. That's cool. I'm rolling. Yeah, how you are? Okay, guys, give me a second.
So everyone please make sure you're holding on silent and vibrate.
last time when we talked about, you gave me a little bit of your background. Where did you grow up? What was Compton like when you grew up? Why don't we talk a little bit about that just to get us warmed up?
Okay.
Let me just move my chair up. So remember, you're going to be looking at me, and remember to try to speak in full sentences, right? I'm going to always stop you if you don't do it. So, so I grew up in blah blah blah. It was, my neighborhood was this.
Okay. I grew up in Compton. I moved here in 1965, and it was all white back then. We was the first black family on the street. It was pretty cool. Then the blacks started moving in like 69, 70, 71. And most hold on.
Sure.
No,
I think it's a computer, yeah. Okay. I did. No, now you turned it on. Yeah. It's off. Go ahead.
Okay, I grew up in Compton, 1965. Moved out there. We was the first black family on the street, literally in the neighborhood. So blacks started moving in about 69, 70, 71. Most families will have both of their parents, pops and moms and pops. And the neighborhood was pretty nice, pretty green grass, all that. And the gangs came in about 70, 71. And our neighborhood started gang banging in 1972.
And what affiliation were the gangs?
It was Crips and Bloods. And our neighborhood was U.S. at first. Then they turned to Crips in 1972.
And you were a good kid, you were telling me, right?
Yes.
Like you were a good student and all that stuff.
Good student,
How
yes.
did you go? Tell me that, and then tell me how you fell in with gang activity.
How I fell in with gangs?
Yeah.
Really, I fell in with gangs. It was a fad around our neighborhood. I was a good student, but I still was a gang member back then. I used to be like the ball boy for Compton College, so I knew older dudes and stuff like that. That gave me more wisdom, as
You played ball with Suge Knight, right?
Yeah, I played Pop Warner football at Greater Compton with Suge Knight. His dad was a coach, stuff like that.
So you could do it?
Yeah, he was cool with it back then. He was like a year younger than us. Him and his cousins played on our team. He was twin, Ronald Donald and Suge. All three of them played on the team. His dad was our coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you at some point, you guys were tight, right?
We were just football teammates. Yeah, we used to go to his house. We win the games. Go to his house, go swimming. We used to go to his other uncle house, Donald house too. We go swimming. We were at we win and stuff like that.
So, let me check my notes here. When did you first hear about Death Row?
Death Row?
Yeah, about the label and all that stuff.
1990.
Tell me in the full sentence.
I heard about Death Row in 1990. Before Suge was even involved.
What was your impression like? What were you? Is it true that you were somewhat involved at the beginning with them?
Yes.
Can you explain what that was?
I did the footwork for the project. I really didn't think it was going to work. 2 years later, it came up.
So what was that for?
It was the footwork? Yeah. Just the footwork, basic footwork.
Well, we have it on camera. You told me about delivering the money and all that stuff. expand on that?
Is that?
Can you tell me about it?
I just did the footwork with the money part. That's all. Yeah, but I can't tell you what I did for her. You know what I'm saying? But did the footwork for the project.
Okay. Sorry, I think maybe Wayne's calling. Hey, Randy, can you check to see somebody from the reception is calling me? Oh, he is. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he need to be in here.
Yeah. So, he's not gonna come for him?
He's not gonna come for me. I'll go get him.
No, I'll do it. Let me just finish this thought before we forget it. Like, he can wait for a second. So without naming names, what kind of people did you do the footwork for? Without naming names, what kind of people did you do the footwork for?
The bosses.
Yeah, but just, tell me in a full sentence. I did the footwork for...
I did the footwork for bosses. You know, me and Shell got the same boss, really. Yeah.
And was it drug money?
Yes, that's what it was.
In a full sentence?
Yes, it was drug money.
Yeah, so let me get Wayne. We can step down. Yeah, I mean, well, how much time do we have in that? Okay, yeah, let's just keep rolling.
I'm talking about me. Okay, hey.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm good. Good job.
I feel everything jiggling.
So he isn't talking to the door.
He's not gonna talk if you're not there.
Why he do that every time I'm in there?
What?
He's supposed to be in there with me, dog.
Just come in.
What are you talking?
Just
What's
creating
the
more headaches.
We hear you made a comment. Stick to that. That's right. So,
some bullshit, man. I made that happen. And he told my sister that. I swear to God, man. And she stressed me every motherfucking month for rent money. Because he told her that.
Just please come in. Yeah.
Yeah, I looked through over to her. I said, Shawty, I've been there.
It makes my life more difficult. Yeah, we're good.
He really crossed me. Nigga, no way in hell he let that book come out. He would have been said something about my brother. Hell no. They just showed him. Huh? I ain't wrong, man. He hooked this up. Yeah, I'm going to y'all on it. Matter of fact, I didn't even talk to him. I talked to him first about it. No, listen. I know we was already doing this house and all that, spending the night and all that.
Oh, you get out? He's talking to Tara, and Tara has to leave, so he's going to be here in 10 minutes.
Tara got to leave. Okay, I need to talk to her too, though. You know where she is? Yeah. What's up, man?
Sorry, you just get stuck.
I'll translate.
Where Tara at?
Yeah. Right, basically, yeah. But that's a huge admission from an OG from Compton with verifiable connections to say on camera, yes. Straight from the horse. He's the go-between.
It doesn't have to be so complicated. It's like a fucking thing.
Nobody's talking sure right now because he's cut off, but no, they cut out. Certainly not after Tupac did.
I'll get pushing to get everything going, and then we can kind of figure out.
see a lot of interesting comments in the chat about Keffe D, whether he's guilty or innocent. Very funny comments in the chat.
Well, I wanted to go to Vegas. Yeah. I only have authorization for 5. We can talk. I'll just take it, Ron. If you need it. Because I need no property. But if you need, then when we go meet in Vegas for your shop, we'll just bring the other. That work? Don't want to get some good girl shots. Okay, check side. It's all good. Hi, Ashley. This is Mario Diaz calling you back. Hi. Good. Okay.
I don't know why they're taking a break. I didn't hear somebody couldn't get in or something. I don't know. I have not heard his voice, but he didn't say much last time.
Didn't make a left. It was the wrong path. Oh, you got to take the wrong path. Hey there, how are you? I'm good. I'm actually just wanted to play you back real quick because but I'm doing interviews today, so I don't have a lot of time. Tell me. Yeah. How did that get started?
Oh, we had a place called Compton Hydraulics. My brother did, and they used to call up there and ask for lowriders.
Who did?
All kind of entertainers, movie people, and everything. So that's how, Batman from what's his name, Marcus Houston. Yeah, he used a few of them called, yeah.
And how did you end up in the video?
I went up.
Well, I crew. Like I
never was in no video. I never put myself out there right there.
Was it in Orlando in some of the videos too? I feel like I've seen his face in some of the videos.
Not that I know of.
But you guys started, you started hanging out with Puffy and going to concerts, and how did that relationship start?
He called one night. Puff called one night and asked us was it cool to come out on the West Coast for his concerts. Yeah. And so then he came. The first concert we went to was in Irvine at the Summer Jam. And then Suge was there. When I got off the stage, when Biggie did perform, Suge asked me how did I know them guys. And seeing he was kind of getting jealous then because Biggie had a hot record back then. Got a 1 chance. And that was the hottest thing going on right there.
So how did you get on stage with those guys?
I knew some New York people that knew them. New York guys. Yeah.
So you were on stage
Yeah.
doing the performance?
Yes, I was on stage with them.
I wanted to ask you how that works, because they call you guys up to see if it's okay to come to LA. What does that mean? For some of us who don't understand,
No, you hold on.
Yeah.
No, he would call see if it was cool to come out to LA because he was scared of Suge. And they had beef, some shit started in Atlanta or something.
So did you guys offer him security? Is that how it went down, or?
No, we ain't no security guards. You know what I'm saying? No, we just went to the concerts with him. I guess he was trying to be Snake because we're Crips and his enemies are Bloods. You know what I'm saying? I guess he was being smart. But me and Suge were friends, so I used to go to parties. Everything was Suge. Meet Suge at parties and all the clubs, all that.
So at that point, it was still cool.
Yeah, it was
You
still
still talk to Suge, no problem. You still talk to, you hung out with Puffy's people, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
When did it become a problem?
I guess when that guy, Big J, got killed in Atlanta.
Tell me about that.
The word on the street was his Puffy bodyguard killed him. Yeah, out there in Atlanta at a party or something.
And then I want to understand how, Puffy is afraid that Sugar's going to do something, so he calls you guys up, right?
No, he was having a tour that year, a BET tour, and he was just shit. I guess he was paranoid, scared. He's like, I guess he used the Crips. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So he just called and asked, can we come to the concert?
Did you guys have a good time with him?
Oh, yeah, it was cool. It was nice.
All right, so let's go through all the stuff we talked about last time. How many times did you meet Puffy?
How many times have I met Puffy?
Yeah.
Shit, I can't remember. It was so many times I can't remember.
Was there a specific time and place where you guys talked about him being scared?
Shit, at Greenbacks on Sunset.
What happened then?
Shit, you eat upstairs at the deli and you order your food downstairs. So me and them went downstairs and ordered a couple of champagne bottles. And we talked about it then.
What did he say?
What did he say? Shit, he was just scared of the guy and shit. That's all.
Did he ask you to do something for him?
Shit. Not really. Yeah.
He's nodding. He's saying yes.
Okay. Yes, he asked us to do something.
Can you tell me what that is?
I guess he wanted the big guy taken care of. Yeah. Shit. That's all in shit. I'm not no killer, so I don't know why he was asking me. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Shit. That ain't my line of work. Yeah.
So, how did you meet Puffy initially? Was it through Zip? We talked about who Zip was. Let's dig in a little bit. Who's Zip and how did you meet him?
I meet Zip. We played a baseball game at our park. Just a different neighborhood, and he happened to be their pitcher. Happened to be their pitcher, yeah.
And what was his line of work?
What was his line of work? Well, he was a pimp, and he get money in the streets. Yeah.
So what? Were you guys in business together?
No, not really.
You just tell me what he did for you in terms of the Puffy relationship. Did he connect you to him? Is that who introduced you?
Yeah, that's who introduced. Yeah.
Can you say that on the computer?
Oh. Yeah. Von Zip introduced me to Puff. So I met Puff. Yeah.
Right. Let me just keep checking my notes here. So once you knew what Puff wanted, did you look for an opportunity to, help him out with his problem?
Oh no, sir. I didn't need the money. I was well off my damn self. Matter of fact, he was just starting out, so my pockets was fatter than his. Okay.
Tell me about your life during that time. Like, what were you? You're putting in a lot of money, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Paint a picture of what that looks like. Like, what was it? How much money were you bringing in? How large were you living?
Do I have to say that?
You can give an idea. You don't have to be like super specific to the dollar amount. Excuse Give me a sense of it.
About 4.2 or a million every month. Right now, yeah. It wasn't honest though. Yeah.
How much did you keep?
About 20%.
So
that's how much I would make. Yeah.
So to you, the money didn't matter.
Yeah.
When things got hot in Vegas, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but when things got hot in Vegas, was it about the money? You know, when you guys went after Suge and Tupac?
Really, it seemed like they came after us. Jumped on my nephew with the, yeah. Seemed like they was targeting us. Yes.
No, that's cool.
Okay.
So let's go back. I'm jumping around a lot. So let's go back to the Puffy thing. After you met with him at Greenblatt's, when did you see him again? The candy? Yeah. He can hear the candy going. Okay. All right. Either swallow it or spit it out.
Okay.
So after you met him at Greenblatt's, did you see him again?
After that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few concerts and stuff like that. Yeah.
And was he still concerned about the beef with Suge?
No, not really. Shit, he had about 50 clips with him. Shit. And he hired some Navy SEALs too. So goddamn, I was like, damn. Yeah.
So just tell me the beginning of that. So Puffy wasn't afraid because?
Oh, Puffy wasn't afraid because he had 50 clips with him. And plus he had about 10 Navy SEALs. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Orlando. Who's Orlando Anderson?
Orlando Anderson is my nephew. My nephew, my best friend, and my son, everything. He's everything.
You guys did a lot of stuff together, hung out, chilled out?
He was a youngster, just graduated from high school. And, they jumped on him, 20-year-old kid, some grown men jumped on the kid. That's my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Seemed like he always picking on some kids. Yeah.
Did he become part of your crew?
No, not really. I would never put my nephew in a position like that to be part of no crew like that.
But he's affiliated with gangs, right? He's affiliated with the Crips. He's not. I've seen pictures of him flashing gang signs.
Well, shit, he grew up over there. That's the culture, Yeah, it's culture over there. Yeah, that's he went to school. That's our neighborhood. Period.
So what happened? I want to set the stage for what happened at the lobby of the MGM, right? Somebody saw him and said, "That's the guy who stole my chain," right?
Yeah.
There had been a previous incident at the Lakewood Mall.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you know about that stuff?
Well, it was a football player. It was a guy, one of my little homeboys named Marcus. He was playing football he was going to play football for Arizona State. And we was up there to buy him some stuff to go play football with. Like shoes, go off to college with, send him off right.
You were there?
No, I wasn't there.
Okay.
But they was there to send him off right, give him support so he can be all right when he go to college. It just so happened he rented 3 of the death row guys, and he was there by himself. And they was bird dogging him, talking shit to him. Death row, mob, Pyru, and all that. So shit, he jumped off. Marcus, he wasn't no punk. He could fight good, and he was a football player, so he athletic. So he grabbed You know, he knocked the guy out, grabbed his chains, that's all. We ain't got no bounty on no chains. We don't want that little punk ass chain. You know what I'm saying? The little changes, weren't worth shit.
So so they started it.
They started it, yeah.
And who's Marcus?
Marcus, he was a football player he was from our neighborhood. He was just graduated from Dominguez High School. He can play football.
And he was there that day
He was there at the mall by himself. Then it was 3 guys from Death Row there, from Mile Pyru. They was bird dogging, talking shit to him, woo, woo, woo. Because he had on a little S hat that represented our neighborhood. So they was, bird dogging him. Just so my nephew knew happened to come up to the mall.
So he got involved because he saw what was happening, or how did he get there?
Or did my nephew get there? No, they was going to meet him up there so he can buy him some stuff. Send him off right to Arizona State. Good athlete. Play strong safety.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get straight. Like, they were together when they encountered the guys from Death Row?
No, Marcus was by himself.
How did Orlando get involved there?
Orlando and his Marcus friend, they just graduated from high school. They all friends, played sports together. They came up to the mall to meet Marcus so they could help him send him off right to college.
No, I understand that, but when the shit started happening, where was Orlando?
He was walking into the mall, walking into the Foot Locker. And Marcus seen his homeboys. Like, we're even now, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And Marcus just took off on him.
I understand.
Knocked the dude through the shoes. Took his little change.
Right.
Snatched his change. Orlando didn't have nothing to do with that fucking change. Period.
Because I understood that there was like a bounty for the change.
That's bullshit. What? $200, $300 change? Bounty. We didn't need that fucking change.
But, all right, so that's Orlando. We go to Vegas now, right? In Vegas, you guys go to the fight. Tell me why you went to Vegas.
We was going to fight, the Mike Tyson fight. We've been going to the fight since like 88, 89. Before rappers was even famous going to the fucking fights. One fight I was at, sitting next door to Mike Douglas. MC Hammer was outside the fucking gate. I mean, trying to get into the motherfucking VIP section. So, yeah, shit. Yeah, I've been going to fights. Las Vegas, yeah.
And you knew that Sugar's going to be there?
No, not really. I don't know if Sugar was be there. I seen Sugar the day before the fight. Outside in the lobby, he was in their Rolls Royces. And then, shit. I seen him there. He spoke to me and everything. If he had beef, he should have said something there.
So who were you with?
Who were I with?
Yeah.
Shit, few of my homeboys. Yeah, he seen me the day before the fight. I pulled up in his Rolls Royce. Yeah.
In Orlando, obviously.
Yeah, Orlando. I think Orlando was with us too. Yeah.
All right. So the next thing is you guys went to the fight.
Yes,
right? The fight ended quickly.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Was it Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson, yeah. First rounder, yeah.
And you went to eat somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me what happened after the fight.
We all sit in different spots of the arena. Then I told everybody to meet up at the cafe in the MGM. So shit, we all came from. I seen Tupac and Sugar and Boone in the fight. They seen me too. Shit, I went to the cafe. And then some guys, some of my homeboys from East Coast Crips came in there and said, hey, homie, the Death Row dude, Sugar, just jumped on your nephew. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened.
What'd you do then?
I went to look for my nephew, make sure he was all right.
And what happened? Did you find him?
I found him. He said he was cool and stuff. Shoulders kind of out of place. That's what Duane needs to go to the hospital.
What did he tell you happened?
He said he was rusty. Said Shug and Buntry and them just rusty. Tupac.
Why did it happen?
We had no idea why it happened. I guess when we Lakewood Mall, I guess. But they seen us the day before. The fuck, you know.
So the day before, you're saying that Tupac and Shook both saw you and Orlando.
I don't think Tupac was winning.
No,
but
there you go. Because what happened is, I mean, the way I understand this,
Tupac had a hot head and just, you know, trying to take off somebody, trying to be a gangster. I don't know. I guess he got a hot head for a crazy dude.
well, he claims that the stupid necklace, you know, that's the guy who grabbed the necklace off of his friend.
Yeah. That little $300 necklace.
I know it's funny, right? Like this shit is all over about a stupid necklace. You know, people die.
So,
what happened after that?
What happened after that?
Yeah.
Shit, went to the parking lot. Got on cars. And, had a little meeting. And our little homie said they're gonna have a concert at the 662 Club. So I was just gonna confront him and ask him why would he jump on my nephew. And so,
I understand. And then, what was the? Just tell me what the little conference was about. You had a little meeting.
what's that?
You said you had a little meeting. What was that meeting about?
No, we were just going to the 662 Club to see do Pac want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Since we friends, man, Shug friends, I just want to see if Pac want to get out. I'm quite sure my nephew would knock his ass out. So my nephew athlete, brother.
Okay. And then what happened? You guys went off. Tell me, with as much detail as you can remember, what happened after that?
Yeah, it was like this been like 20 years ago almost. I'll tell you as much as I can. So we went to the store. We went to the 662 Club. Waited there about an hour. They never showed up. So we left. Started, we gonna go party. So we went and brought some champagne, case of champagne.
So wait, let's take it step by step. So you went to 662 to look for them, and they never showed.
No, we went to see what it was about. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk to shit. Because, you know, I've been knowing him since I was 9 years old, shit. Plus, I helped him get his record business going, shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You gonna bite the hand and feed you? You know? Shit.
But so you went into the club and he wasn't there.
No, I never went into the club. I just went in the back where he was gonna come in.
Okay.
I can go another 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, like JDA just said, there was a mix-up with the food, so we're looking at about 15 more minutes.
Okay.
But I can also give them their break and then bring it in 15 minutes. Get you just a natural stopping point and we'll break. So this is it?
This is it.
Okay. All right. We'll take our lunch break now. During this recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected to this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected to the trial until the case is submitted to you. I'll have you guys back here at 1:30. Please rise to the jury. For the record, the jury has exited the room. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
No.
Okay, we'll be in recess.
All right, truth tellers, you heard it right here. We are going on a quick lunch break. That is the Great Seal of the state of Nevada you see on your screen. For those that are listening and not watching, just a quick recap. We have been listening to audio all morning long of Keffe D. Keffe D did a live interview with BET for a documentary some years ago. In that documentary, he had a microphone on, and it was a hot mic. Behind the scenes, they weren't even rolling camera, but behind the scenes, they basically were talking to Keffe D and just kind of doing research and doing their jobs. And he's just talking, spilling and dropping names from Tupac to Suge Knight to Diddy to Justin Bieber to lots of different people that he just loves to name drop. And so we are about to head to lunch. We have definitely put the link in the chat. If you can't see it, it is pinned, or it should be pinned in the chat, and it's definitely on your screen. We'll be coming right back after lunch. We're going to be coming back right here on Truth Talks Live. So I want you to, as soon as we hang up here, I want you to go on to Truth Talks Live. You'll see Tupac Shakur Murder Trial Day 6 Part 2. We will be there in about 20 minutes. So like and subscribe this video, and we'll be right back. I see you, Jill. It's Jelski Mula 123. I see at 6 Cowboy. Thank you for visiting us. Make sure you like and subscribe. And as always, smash that like button so you can keep our algorithm high. I'm your host, Jody G. I'm an Emmy winner TV and film documentary producer and director. And I will be back on the other side right after lunch. You're watching Truth Talks Live. Let's go. Copy and paste that link. It's on your screen. Hey, most popular nobody, it's on your screen. Copy and paste that link so that you can catch up with us on the other side. Watching Tupac Shakur Murder Trial, Day 6, Part 2. Day 6, Part 2 is coming up in about 20 minutes. And for those of you that can actually see the screen, the link is on the screen, but go in your chat, copy and paste it from the chat, pop it right into your browser, hit enter, and you will find yourself right on Day 6, Part 2 for the Tupac Murder Trial right here on Truth Talks Live. All right, family, we'll see you on the other side.